Alright, we are once again live. Previously on our quest, we did some stuff. Let me just go and chill this. Do. Da-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Okay, nothing I need to see then. Carrying on. One sec. And volume mixer. A little lower. Time to bust this out. These don't look like very friendly people. But then again, neither are we. Aw, that's precious. Oh dear. Oh no, smoke screen. Whatever shall I do? Damn it. Fine, Tombstone, get in here. Yeah, no. Oh, he's not just any biker. He's a cue ball. Goodbye. It's a monkey. Mankey. Pew, pew, pew. Goodbye. Machop. Knockout. But I don't have Pikachu in my party. But I don't have a Pikachu or a Rattata. Well, yeah, I want to beat you. Oh dear. Oh great, they've got a bomb. Like that's gonna do anything against Shockwave. Goodbye. Oh dear. If that guy had actually self-destructed, my Jolteon might have died. Let's have ourselves a good time. I get the distinct impression you don't believe in good sportsmanship.
Oh, you talking to me?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wanted to pop in real quick. Do you still use your Facebook by any chance?
Yes.
Okay, well, I wanted to warn you real quick, before before the stream starts.
It's already started.
Oh. Huh. Oh, well, to anyone watching, there is a scam going around where people have hacked Facebook accounts and they're using the hacked accounts to try and then hack your Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
Because somebody just tried to do that to me.
Oh, trust me, it's not my first oh. Well, so much for Gyarados not knowing a lot of water-type moves. I just learned Hydro Pump.
Oh, what you playing?
Fire Red.
Oh,
But
okay.
Carl, Hydro Pump kills people.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm glad you're aware. I actually just asked the hacked account, if you really are this person, call me. They did not do that. So yeah, to Kevin and to anyone out there watching the stream, you know, that's a little public service announcement for you. Don't fall for scam.
Obviously.
Okay. Let's get this train on the road.
It's already on the road, Alex. I was just
telling Kevin and the, like, probably 2 or 3, I don't know how many people watching this, about a recent Facebook scam that's been going around.
Yeah. Give me
And friend not joining us tonight?
No, he's joining us. He's just, you know.
Well, with that said, I'm gonna duck out and eat my dinner. So, have fun, guys.
Okay, buddy.
Peace.
Give me a sec. My chat. Properties. And paste. Alright, Alex, you got a URL for me to capture?
Not yet. I'm getting it set up. Sorry about the wait. There were issues at work.
Oh, I can imagine.
And they're still tearing up the damn road, so that wasn't that great of a thing.
By the way, Alex, Carl learned Hydro Pump.
Okay.
So now he's only slightly less useless as a water-type Pokemon. In case you're wondering, Gyarados isn't exactly useful in Gens 1 through 3 when it comes to water-type moves, due to the fact that water-type identifies as a special attack, not a physical move. Yes, something like Water or Fall identifies as a special move. I really gotta change Tombstone's nickname. Oh, shit! No. No. Oh, my God! Alex?
Yeah?
I almost lost Tombstone. God damn you, Machop, and your revenge. Alright, let's see if there's any new pokes to catch. Give me $20. Give me $20. Yes, something new. Alex, how familiar are you with Doduo?
Less so.
The weird thing about... Okay, first of all, I caught it. Okay, so the weird thing about Doduo is it's a flight... It looks to be a flightless bird, but it can learn fly. How does that work?
It flaps its legs really hard.
What the... I'm guessing you've seen Pokemon Stadium 2, haven't you?
I have not. That was just the first image that came to mind.
Anyway, what am I naming the Doduo?
Leg day.
Okay.
Where's my Pokemon Crystal Thumb? Now, there we go.
Leg day was transferred to Bill's PC. It was placed in box reserves. I wonder if I should give the Jigglypuff that I have a Moonstone just so I could fill in the Pokédex entries. Mighty pride out of my bod, kiddo. Come on. Alex, these cue balls are very adorable. And I am very deathly afraid of the Machops. Please die. Thank God! What the fuck? That's a bit of an escalation, don't you think? Alex.
What?
This guy has a fucking Machamp.
Yeah,
Goes from a
Mach... escalation. Escalation.
Escalation?
Yeah, I know. I was just like, what the hell am I talking about? Escalation. That's not a word.
Reminder, one of these ended up defeating Goro in Death Battle. You know who Goro is, right?
Yeah, it's the four-armed guy from Mortal Kombat.
One of the four-armed guys from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, there's also the buff chick.
Yeah, there's Shiva, and then there's Kintaro. Oh, and then we have Motaro, who's a centaur. Now, since you're a Gen 1er, Alex, you might be wondering to yourself, why am I not using the obviously super effective magnitude on Weezing?
I might also be wondering why my right-hand monitor decided to disconnect itself.
Well, in case you were wondering the former, allow me to elaborate. The coughing evolutionary line oftentimes comes with the ability Levitate. And guess what that ability does? If you can't guess, it makes you immune to ground type moves.
Huh.
So yes, the coughing evolutionary line is only weak to psychic types in this generation. All because they applied the logic of it's a floating thing of smoke. There's no getting rich quick in battling, kid. I don't know. I've been beating up a bunch of children this whole time. And I've been getting hell of a lot of I've been getting hella moolah. Wouldn't you agree, Alex?
Yep.
I mean, I drain them of their hopes and dreams just like I drain that Mankey of its energy. Oh my god, you have a Primeape. Of course. Why do you have to have focus and energy? Please die. God damn it. Oh, thank God. Goodbye. Burned out. So, what do you think is a improvement from Pokemon on Crystal to from Pokemon From Pokemon Red and Blue to Pokemon Crystal. What do you think it is one thing that's improved from?
Definitely the graphics have definitely improved.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a given. But was there anything else worth noting? By the way, it says you're not live yet.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm shilling this stuff everywhere I can.
Okay. Let's go down this way. Let Voltorb electrify you. How about no? Oh
We
no.
might need to summon up the most electric man in sports entertainment.
Black Adam.
Yes.
It's funny what hindsight does. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, indeedy doodly.
Oh no, that hurts so much. Stop attacking me with your ineffective spark. Ah, God. Got me with Screech. God damn it. Sonic Boom. God damn it. Sonic Boom. God damn it. Ah. My ears can only take so much dubstep.
Don't take that out of context.
Grounded out. Let me just... Oh, good. I got paralyzed heal.
Okay, I have an excellent connection, but the live button is not here. Are we live now? I think we might be. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mehcast Episode 3. If I can get... up, there's the volume. So, Kevin, how have you been?
Oh, you know, just having a gay old time.
We are going to hold off on discussing some of the news topics until Ben gets here, but,
Well, Fran also, because...
yeah, we need to discuss a certain movie.
You're right. We need to discuss Morbius.
Find the marker.
Cue Ball Zeke is like, why won't my Pokemon evolve? I've leveled it up and everything. It's a Machoke. You remember how those things evolve, right?
Poorly?
No, you trade them.
Yeah,
God.
Funny that I should be playing as characters named after... Well, funny that I should be playing as a character named after a member of Guns N' Roses, because... Oh, boy! Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but it's fitting that we're playing this game today.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna unplug the HDMI out on my laptop so that the other monitor doesn't switch and fuck up my my setup here.
This is a metaphor for my journey so far. It's a slow and steady climb, but I'm getting there.
And it's been a long road getting from there. It's been a long time.
We're bikers. We rule the roads,
But my
man.
time is finally here. And I can feel the change in the wind right now. Tell me you know that song.
I don't.
I sing Okay, it's Faith of the Heart by Rod Stewart.
Like I was supposed to know that.
Well, considering you've never watched Star Trek Enterprise, I guess not.
Fuck you, Muck.
Although there it was performed by Russell Watson and called Where My Heart Will Take Me.
Feel that magnitude. Fuck you, Muck. Ooh, Snoop grew to level 40. Smoked. Before we go any further, let's take care of that poisoning before I have to have Tombstone be put down. Alex, sooner or later, these super potions aren't gonna do jack shit.
Well, that's why you have to do your drugs in moderation.
No, I mean as in healing 50 HP isn't gonna do anything for me.
Oh.
I need a little exercise. Okay, then.
Been a long road.
Manky.
It's been a long time.
Feel that flamethrower.
And I can feel the change in the wind right now. I don't know where the fuck I'm going.
Where are you?
I'm at Goldenrod City.
Oh boy.
IGN is not wanting to load up the walkthrough, and Vulpapedia is being slow. So
Okay,
I'm
so
kind of wandering around.
okay, so if you want to listen to the radio to add the radio card to your Pokegear, you got to go to the radio tower and answer a few questions that most of them will have the answer of yes. And however,
Pokemart is like 4 stories tall. That's fucking hilarious.
that's the department store.
Yeah, it's got like 1 fucking floor that's actually worthwhile. Doesn't it?
Oh, where you ended up going briefly was the underground. There are some trainers to fight down there, but
Don't mention underground around Ben.
why?
He'll start singing the song from the worst Sonic cartoon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Although, after the first 3, well, the only 3 seasons of Sonic X, basically after Sonic X got cancelled and, they stopped airing Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog around here, Sonic Underground was the only one they played. They didn't play Saturn. They just played Sonic Underground on loop forever.
That seems stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, another thing you can do to prep up for, well, the nightmare that is to come is by getting...
I gotta go recruit the Dream Warriors.
Let me explain, Alex. What you're about to go up against in terms of Goldenrod's gym leader is a cow. A cow that is known for utterly destroying parties with a variety of moves. Those moves being including but not limited to Attract, which, oh dear, since that's an only female Pokemon, all of your male Pokemon are going to be attracted to the cow. Secondly comes Stomp, which is a powerful normal type move that has a chance of causing a flinch. And Milk Drink, which is...
It starts playing the Bella Twins theme song whenever it starts seducing my team. Got it.
Anyway, Then we have Milk Drink, which is basically a variation on the move Recover. Basically, it heals half its full health. And then its most infamous move, Alex. This move will be the bane of your existence. Roll out. It's a rock-type move.
Autobots transform and roll out.
It's a move that does more damage every time it connects.
Alrighty then.
Like Fury Cutter, only every time after the first time it's used, it'll keep going until it misses. I do hope you have a boulder that can withstand that. Or at least some...
Foley is not in my party.
Or, at the very least, if you've trained up a Heracross, you can teach it some fighting type moves.
Okay, well, I have an egg.
Why are you going to throw Togepi at it?
Maybe I should probably change Oviraptor out for something else.
And the type for this gym, Alex, is normal type.
Huh. Well, let's switch out Oviraptor at the Pokemart and go capture me a fucking Heracross.
Heracross can only be caught with by headbutting trees.
Yes, I have a Pokemon that can headbutt things.
So it's gonna be Face Tree, Face Tree, Face Tree.
Oviraptor, you get to go in the place where the naughty Pokemon go. You're not naughty, I just need to get rid of you for a little while. Back into the forest I go. We must return to the Lost Woods.
Ba 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 da da ba da ba ba da ba da. By the way, Alex, you want to know something interesting? Alex?
Yeah?
So, you know Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia?
Yeah?
So, well, the original... Well, so, as it turns out, the wood... So, it turns out in the original game, Fire Emblem Gaiden, in the puzzle in which you have to go through for the Lost Woods is something that's recycled in Ocarina of Time. As in the solution is recycled.
Oh yeah, the thing where you have to follow the
No, and it's not even following the music, Alex. You're just literally going in random directions, praying to God you'll find your way out.
Yeah, that was much better on the
3DS.
No, on the N64 version.
Yeah.
I hate thinking about how you have to wander in the fucking woods.
At least in Shadows of Valentia, at least in the remake Shadows of Valentia, they have the decency to give a puzzle.
Right. Puppy dog knows headbutt.
So you're just gonna face tree?
Yes.
Alright, so another thing...
Oh my god, it's a fucking Weedle.
Yeah.
You're useless. You're useless, Weedle. Peter.
Yeah,
this son of a bitch.
Yeah, Alex. I do... Yeah, Alex, you might be there for a bit.
Oh jeez, where's he stuck at?
He's trying to get a hair across. By the way, good timing.
Remember, as soon as you see it, just throw a ball at it. Because after a while, it's gonna flee.
Yeah. Oh, and I just got through the biker route. Because they're like, we're bikers, we're bikers, we're bikers, we're bikers, we're bikers.
Right.
Bikermeister Mars, Bikermeister Mars.
You know, why the fuck would I want a licky tongue for a Golduck?
The new Bikermeister Mars cartoon, well, new, it's like 20 years old now, but the newer Bikermeister Mars cartoon was better than the original, but the original had a theme song sung by Jeff Scott Soto. So, that makes it automatically way fucking better.
Oh, Alex, I've found a bunch of bird trainers, and my Jolteon's heading the team right now.
Neat.
How bad do you think their self-esteem... How much of a hit is their self-esteem going to take?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I
All the way to
turned
zero.
right. I turned It's a Caterpie. It's a fucking Caterpie. I have enough bug Pokemon, thank you. I don't need a
What happened now?
King Worm.
Alex, be thankful you're not doing a Nuzlocke run like I am, because otherwise you'd be paranoid.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, we were. So anyway, Fran, thank you for coming on, because we were about to discuss.
Yeah, I literally just got home from work, so.
We were about to discuss a certain movie about, well, Valhalla from the Justice Friends.
So we're not gonna get into talking about the movie just yet, but I am going to talk about how a lot of the promotional campaign for the movie looks like something that I would have seen out of a parody skit in The Boys.
You know, Alex,
specifically the Old Spice commercial.
You know, Alex, I would be surprised if. You know what I wouldn't be surprised about? I wouldn't be surprised if Lex Luthor were a fan of both The Boys and Invincible, just because they have evil versions of his arch nemesis.
Yeah, I was gonna say that there was a running gag about that back when The Boys first came out.
And by the way, Fran, in case you're wondering why I'm calling the MCU's version of Thor Valhalla, let's just say Thor basically became the parody character from Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking
Because,
about.
as for those who don't know, the Justice Friends are three characters from Genndy Tartakovsky's Cartoon Network universe, that are parodies of various superheroes, such as Major Glory, who's basically a amalgamation of Superman and Captain America, Valhalla, who is essentially a rock and roll version of Thor, and the Infraggable Kronk,
Who you can pretty much tell is Hulk.
Yeah, purple version of Hulk.
Purple Hulk.
Except he's a lot more...
So grim as if he was pissed off.
No, here's the thing. The Infraggable Kronk is actually quite the introvert, Fran. He's just he's just like, sorry.
I found a female Butterfree.
It's not shiny.
Peter, don't be fooled. Don't put your dick in that.
Okay, so I'm gonna box Oddish right now, because one, I don't need it, two, Eevee.
God, I am so thankful that Tri-Attack is just a normal type move.
Wasn't it always a normal type attack move?
No, I know that. It's just, I get so for some reason, back when I first saw that attack, I was so paranoid.
Yeah, now
it's like,
what the hell is that move?
Because it's like, you see that move, and you don't think that it's a normal type move. You think it's like, Oh, it's...
You think it's some, like, 3 elemental move.
Yeah! That's what I was gonna say.
Like, it's somehow a part fire, part electric, part ice move.
Yeah!
Not thinking, oh, it's normal.
The weird thing is,
that's
that
how
would
it
actually
is.
make more logical sense. Oh, and in this area, we
Try
can...
attack, someone pulls it off before freeze dry.
Let's see what I can catch in here.
Right.
I already
Here,
have a Spearow,
back.
so...
Let's
so
get
you
somebody
don't
who
count.
doesn't have pussy fever.
Oh, God.
Froggy.
That's in 2 weeks, Alex.
Favorite tick to see we came over while I was just
We
in
already
time
caught a
capsule.
Doduo.
Take care of it. I don't get outside, can't play with it.
So,
Yes.
Heaven, guess what I got from a Goodwill recently?
What did you
you
get
got?
from a Goodwill recently?
Oh, just a little film from 1990, produced by MGM and 21st Century Films. Released on Blu-ray by Shout Factory a couple of years ago. It's from a major comic book franchise.
No one over here.
I still don't know what you're
God
talking
damn it,
about.
damn it, no haircut, brothers. Damn it.
It's Captain America, starring Matt Salinger.
Oh,
Directed by
that
Albert
fucking
Kuhn.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the one that critic reviewed. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
where Captain America steals cars.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, at least he steals a car, he doesn't blow him up like Superman did in Injustice.
We call that the Man of Steel. No, wait.
Ooh.
Alex, what director do you think would most likely direct Superman blowing up cars?
Besides Michael Bay.
Bay.
Okay,
Damn
we call this...
Because that sounds like something Michael Bay would do just for just as an excuse to add explosions.
Okay. We're gonna go... Okay, before we go in almost commit suicide, let's go to Saffron City and see if we can get ourselves some hyper potions.
Okay. Good thing Eevee's at level 20, so okay, I don't have to do so much to freaking raise it.
Lost along my way.
Okay,
I'm spinning round and round.
I headbutted myself into this situation. I'm gonna headbutt myself out.
No, of course you are.
yes, I can
I'm
get
like
hyper
a,
potions.
I'm like a hadrosaur in that regard.
Which
Okay,
kind of
let's see what happens.
hadrosaur?
Yeah, of course Stantler breaks out. Of course.
You know, the weird thing is that Stantler didn't even get an evolution until Legends Arceus.
Yeah, I know. It had to wait till a side game to get an evolution.
A side game that's infinitely better than the remakes that were promoted it along with it.
Yeah, what can you do?
Heracross. Fuck!
We
Well,
It's a goddamn owl.
don't. It's a shiny.
okay.
I don't care.
Yo, champ in the making! Fuschia City is a tricked-up place. It's riddled with invisible walls. Koga might appear close, but he's blocked off. You have to find gaps in the walls to reach him.
Yeah, of course Stantler breaks free with another great ball. What the hell? It's
Okay.
poison.
So
What
I
the hell?
knew that it was a bad sign. You know, Thor: Love and Thunder was never gonna be great.
No, it wasn't.
Then the usual suspects came out of the woodwork and were like, this movie is shit. And holy fuck, man. Like, Polygon said Thor: Love and Thunder sold out the characters for jokes. And then along comes the Old Spice ad. And the TV spot with quote-unquote King Valkyrie. Like they don't have... Like a queen isn't respected enough. You have to steal the name from a man and to make it more respected. Do you understand how sexist that actually is, Marvel? Do you get that?
I mean, DC still doesn't understand how sexist that is, considering the fact that, well... you know, they made Mara. They were like, "All hail Queen Mara." I'm like,
Ooh,
not
that aged
Queen.
quick.
Oh, wait, not a Queen, King Mara.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's Queen, dumbass.
Wasn't she already known as Queen Mira?
Yeah, but here's the thing, now she's...
The only ruler of Atlantis?
Yes, because Aquaman decided, you know what, I'm gonna step down and be more justicey.
That's... What?
Calder and Garth, or not Garth, fuck, what was his name? Lagan.
The other member of the Aqua...
No, it's
crew.
Lagan.
Yeah, the other member of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
No,
See,
definitely
that
wasn't Meatwad. I can say that much. Yeah, that'd be
See,
a whole
Calder,
different situation.
Calder Lagan and Calder's boyfriend, who, well, may or may not give it to him up the butt.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just say their flirtatious nature suggests that they may have done it a few times.
Okay.
What? In the butt? I said what? In the butt? I said
Okay, Sam.
what?
Okay, Sam.
You know, the weird thing is, I think one of the first few times I've heard that song was in Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged when Steve Loomis and Steve Umbra quoted that before, as they were firing the quad laser at Obelisk.
Huh. I think I've met a guy named Steve Loomis.
Well, reminder, or in the abridgment, and Barrett can only take control of people who are named Steve.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
So
I'm
Steve
like,
the Rare Hunter, Steve Arcana,
Steve the Mime, Steve the Mime, Steve
that's what I said,
Loomis,
Strings.
Steve Umbra. Oh yeah, Strings is
Because remember, Strings is his actual name.
Yeah, I know.
We just know him as
yeah,
the
I know
Fly
it's
One.
actually his name, but the thing is,
He's
it's like,
as fuck.
well, that's why Merrick calls him Steve the Mime.
Right.
Anyway,
Just in the games, they call him Strings.
yep. I've played one of the games,
Dealing
Falsebound
with family
Kingdom.
Drama, woo. Well, Ben, if you're listening to this, just join us whenever you can.
He may.
5 hours.
He says.
Yeah.
He says he's.
He's probably gonna be stuck with it the whole time.
Well, the thing is
Might not
that
be
he's
able to.
also got something. Oh, the thing is that work wears him like a work wears him out. Is what I'm trying to say.
So yeah, I shared a link to an Old Spice ad that was a tie-in for Thor: Love and Thunder, which was like actor Thor. Smell like actor Thor with Old Spice dry spray. And the only thing I said was brought to you by Vought International.
So they actually got Luke Hemsworth to do a Old Spice commercial.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen that one.
Yeah, this
Seemed like a
was
bit
not
of
the
that.
only TV spot. This was not the only weird ad spot, rather, that they did in relation. There was a bunch of stuff, like I said, with King Valkyrie, and there's some other stuff in the movie that, before we get into spoilers, there's a bunch of stuff in the movie that makes it seem like Taika Waititi has seen The Boys but didn't really understand it. Like, for instance, probably center that's close enough. I had to readjust all of the text because I have the excuse me. With a Pokemon game, I have a bunch of space on one side of the screen, not the bottom like I do with the widescreen games.
Goodness.
And the thing that's been making the rounds on the Twitter as of late is the The Infinity Ice Cream Parlor.
Why do they have a...
that whole thing.
Okay, why... Okay, first of all, why do they have an ice cream parlor dedicated to the man who murdered half of their race?
Yeah, that's like having a Hitler-themed bar in fucking Israel.
Yeah, pretty much, more or less.
Or if, like, in Metropolis, if you had a, like, General Zod's whiskey. Or, like, you know, there was actually a Joker-themed restaurant in Gotham, and Bruce Wayne kinda went off on them about that. It's a very funny comic. Oh,
Oh, goddamn it, Corsola.
Dude, I'm hard.
Alex, I almost lost us Tombstone again.
Goddamn, what is wrong with you?
God, these are...
Okay, call up the Undertaker and he'll just give you another.
No, it doesn't work that way.
I have it on good authority that the Undertaker has many tombstones. And
He's retired, damn it.
And he is willing to, and he is willing to give them out to anybody who will ask for them.
Yeah, but he's gotta bury you first for you to get the tombstone.
Alright, I'm putting the Arbok to sleep.
Corsola, you're frozen.
Okay. I'm going to heal up Tombstone, and then I'm going to bring him back into the battle.
But, yeah, before we get into the big news about Thor, because I have a feeling our discussion of the movie is going to take quite a while.
Like always.
I'm going to bring up that there's a Lollipop Chainsaw remake coming next year, with overhauled visuals, new music, and neither Suda51 or James Gunn are involved.
Damn,
Which
wait,
is coming
wait,
straight...
hold on.
Yeah, that's...
Scooter's not involved in this Lollipop Chainsaw re-release?
Yeah, Suda51 and James Gunn, who were the guys who were instrumental in the game being good last time, are not involved.
I figure at least Suda would.
Yeah, no, they're... neither Suda51 nor James Gunn are involved. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth, and Suda51 also said his company is not working on it either. So he's not even indirectly involved.
So he's not like advising, nothing. It's pretty much
No, he is not connected to this product whatsoever, which is not a good sign.
Oof.
And that reminds me that I need to pick up a copy of Lollipop Boob Saw. I mean...
God damn it.
Oh, God.
We haven't gotten into the wacky part of the discussions, but we'll get to it.
Anyways, get well, Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana collapsed on stage last week during a concert in the heat in Clarkston, Michigan. So, you know, my sympathies. I've been there. Obviously, I'm not 74 years old, but you know, the heat fucking sucks. That'll kill you, man.
Oh,
Yep. Remember back when all you would need is either Hypno or a Kadabra to win Gen 1?
Basically.
Yeah.
The moment you get a second type, you might as well hit the I win button.
Yeah. The thing with Hypno is that it got hit with the special defense stick.
Yeah.
As in, it's got better special defense, but its special attack suffered.
Attack just kind of went to shit.
Yeah.
And if we don't have anything more to say about Lollipop Chainsaw, you guys have anything?
No, not really.
I've never played Lollipop Chainsaw.
Neither have I, so I don't.
For a while, but
Yeah.
I'll
Okay,
probably pick up
so
the re-release.
rest in peace, Kazuki Takahashi.
Yep.
The legendary creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was found floating off the shore of Japan in a, it was either a scuba suit or a snorkeling, or in snorkeling gear. He was either in scuba gear or snorkeling gear.
I think I might have barely read about it. I'm pretty sure it's snorkeling gear.
Yeah, it was. I think it was snorkeling gear. Found in snorkeling gear with shark bites all over his body.
Oh, so he might have been attacked by
God.
sharks.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
pretty sure. They're pretty sure he got attacked by sharks while he was out there.
Oof. That's bad.
Okay, hey, not to
Okay, now I'm at the farm with the stick mill tank. I don't have 10 berries, so it's gonna be a while before it's all set.
right.
But all healthy to be able to produce moo milk.
Well, at any rate, one thing that just weirded me out now was the fact that against my gloom of all things, the opponent's Kadabra decided I need to use Recover.
Instead of going straight for a psychic attack, it just prioritizes Recover. Okay, it's probably the AI just reading the grass type.
No.
That might be what's going on.
No. I think it might have thought I was going to use Giga Drain.
Oh, maybe.
And I will say that Dan Green has finally come out of hiding, and he paid his respects, and it was quite sweet. Both casts, both the English and Japanese casts of Yu-Gi-Oh! have paid their respects to Kazuki Takahashi.
Eric Stewart even posted a picture of himself and Dan Green with Kazuki.
Yeah. Apparently, Kazuki Takahashi was a fairly big staple of the American con scene, and people have just been posting his artwork for basically the whole week since he died.
Or changing a profile picture to
and
artworks.
It's really cool the kind of passion this guy had for his work even after Yu-Gi-Oh kind of fell off, because he was still doing art and still working on cards and stuff, like up until not too long ago, I think. And because really, like, you could have just coasted off of Yu-Gi-Oh for the rest of your life if you created that series.
Yep, it's been fine.
He'd always come back and do, like, little bits and pieces here and there, and just work on the show a little bit, and he come up with scenarios for movies, and I think the last movie was was at least partially written by him, right?
I'd have to look in. I'd have to look in.
I think he got a story by credit, but ultimately, his work, despite how Konami has fucked up the Yu-Gi-Oh card game in recent years, his work has touched the lives of millions, and the Yu-Gi-Oh show is an all-time classic, even if it is kind of messed up in places by the localization and the adaptation.
Yeah.
The message is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And the message of sticking together with your friends
and the power of friendship.
Standing up to bullies and whatnot. That's all there.
Yep.
The Yu-Gi-Oh manga, I fucking love the Yu-Gi-Oh manga.
I may end up giving that a shot at some point. I've been meaning to, but I never really incentivated myself to.
At least if you do that, you'll finally learn about the Wicked Gods.
I mean, I have the 5Ds and Zexal manga.
Okay, at least you got some familiarity with the Yu-Gi-Oh manga.
I still gotta.
The Yu-Gi-Oh manga has some weird early adaptation and early installment weirdness in it, but there's also a bunch of stuff that will finally make sense as to why it seemed so fucked up when you watched it in the show.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough,
the show tried to adapt non-card game stuff to the card game. And just about the only thing it didn't do that to was Dungeon Dice Monsters.
Yeah, but that lasted like, what, 4 episodes?
Yeah.
4 episodes, the initial set, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay, so
I don't think anybody freaking bought much of Dungeon Dice Monsters. Then again, I bought the initial set, but
I have the game. I
just out of sheer curiosity.
have the GDA game.
I have think I have the PS2 game. I also have the recent...
Wait, which PS2 game?
The Dungeon Dice Monsters game.
No, I don't think it's Dungeon Dice. You sure you're not thinking Duelist of the Roses?
Yeah, I think it might be Duelist of the Rose.
Yeah.
But there was also a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dice Masters game recently. I say recently, this was like 10 years ago. But, this is actually kind of embarrassing how badly Dice Masters failed. Because Dice Masters was really fucking cool. It was a great game, but nobody fucking bought it. And I wound up winning the complete, basically like every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Dice Masters thing in existence in I think it was a Dungeons and Dragons tabletop miniatures tournament. Where you have the miniatures from D&D and you pit them against each other on it's like Warhammer for D&D, but it's not as expensive and the games don't last as long. So it's a hell of a lot more fun. And I just got all of it. Oh wow. It's a beat drill.
Let's see what I got.
Should I capture a beat drill?
Fuck yeah, Sea King! Not what I wanted, but I don't care.
Should I capture this beat drill?
Dude, do you have a Weedle?
I don't know.
How do you not know?
Well, I haven't played this game in a while. Ow!
You should know.
Ow!
God damn it! Well, I can't catch anything in the Safari Zone.
It's like I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
What happened now?
The Sea King fled.
Damn, that sucks.
Yep. So now I'm just stuck wandering around.
Now you're pretty much hosed.
Yep.
Pretty much a host. That's
Sorry,
your fault, bro.
Paris.
That's your fault for wanting to do a Nuzlocke run.
Yep. I wanted to catch a Dratini, but no, the game didn't want me
Screwed
to.
yourself out of it.
We gotta listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by burning this goddamn insect.
The fuck? Yeah, okay, boom, just...
Anyways,
Same
John
rival again.
Krasinski is playing Superman in the Super Pets movie, and
Keanu Reeves is Batman.
Keanu Reeves is Batman. And have you seen Cyborg's design from that movie?
It looks like shit.
Yeah, he has a half-row, as I like to call it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Cyborg either has like a shaved head look or is bald.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in this movie, he has half an afro.
But they gave him an afro.
Yeah, hence half-row.
That is wacky.
It's stupid.
Now,
like I said, it's wacky. Took the face to scene fish.
In other DC news,
Ooh, got a good run.
ComicBook.com has a piece about how Legends of Tomorrow changed the Flash's 3-word Arrowverse mantra. So basically, the Arrowverse writers' room had 3 guiding words on them, on their whiteboards, and they were, quote, the guiding words on our whiteboards went from heart humor spectacles to subversive poignant fun. And you know, the Arrowverse was really fucking stupid after the first season of okay, let me rephrase that. Arrow became really stupid after the second season started. And every season of every show since then, excuse me, has also become stupid.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, and in case you're wondering why I'm just walking instead of doing, instead of like running around, it's so I could keep track of how many steps I've taken better. I found the gold teeth, which is necessary.
Okay,
And
now I got the good rod,
found
so I gotta wait till either I'm at
T.
Dragon's Den or freaking Route 45 to freaking fish for Dratini.
Hello, good
But-
sir.
But the thing is, subversive, poignant fun. If you're prioritizing a story being fun over the story making sense, you've automatically failed at both of those things. Because I'm not having fun if the story is fucking bullshit. Like, as the Arrowverse went on, I became, nothing but fucking angered by some of the stupid things they tried to do in each episode. They tried to make things poignant, and it would just be dumb. They tried to make things subversive. They were just dumb. They tried to make things fun. Guess what? They were just fucking dumb. If you want to make something fun,
just
make
do
it good
this.
first. Try to make sure that everything meshes together correctly, which the Arrowverse never fucking did.
Gravity trick for Voltorb? Hell no.
I mean, aside from the fact that it is damn near impossible to watch the Arrowverse as it is intended after the show has stopped airing, because you're supposed to watch each episode, like, day to day, week to week, right? Imagine now that I am watching these shows back on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever the hell. I have to switch out discs every goddamn episode. If I'm watching it on like HBO Max or Netflix or whatever, I'm gonna have an easier time of it, but some of those shows aren't on the streaming services. When I was trying to watch Constantine to catch up on that show, because of a tie-in to the Arrowverse that it had, or rather a tie-in to it the Arrowverse had, I couldn't. I had to go off and find a DVD copy of it at the library. I had to go off, and because that was scratched, I had to find a streaming, oh wow, it is thundering outside. I had to go off and find a sketchy streaming site to watch the rest of it, because the library, the people who patronize the Gaucher Library are apparently just fucking insane and don't know how to respect other people's things. So after disc 1, the show was scratched up. So yeah,
Damn.
I keep intending to buy Constantine on Blu-ray myself, but no. Instead, I go out to the local Goodwill and spend my money on a shitty Captain America movie. At least it didn't cost much. And it's
Well,
out of
there you
print.
go.
This could very well be the last copy in existence.
Yeah, well, there goes the resale value going up.
Yeah.
So
Rest in peace, James Caan, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Died at 82, played Sonny Corleone in The Godfather.
Yeah. The fact that I've recently watched that movie kind of makes it a bit worse, if you ask me.
Because
Oh yeah.
Hi,
I know, I
Ben.
know.
Hi, Ben.
we've been putting off talking about the big topic waiting for you.
Oh no. No, don't tell me.
We three have seen Thor: Love and Thunder.
Why would you watch that?
Well,
Hey,
for,
yeah, I
Because
can't
we
hours
wanted to
somehow.
talk about it today.
well, for Fran and I, it was due to the fact that we had already made plans to go watch it. For Alex,
Oh,
well,
Disney money.
Dude, it doesn't cost that much for freaking tickets
And-
to go see a
They're
movie.
still giving Disney money. They're just gonna make more of this shit.
They're gonna make money anyway.
Okay, look, all you have to do...
I mean, they didn't make money with Eternals. You just have to say no.
Okay, look, all you have to do is slip the girl at the ticket booth a length, and you're good, you know?
Bro, that's never gonna. Dude, I buy my ticket through the app. Okay, there's no freaking line to pull the money back.
and the thing is that I ended up paying for both of our tickets.
Yeah. Oh, and thanks for the Cinematic XD upgrade.
course.
Because I was literally planning on going to see that at a Cinemark XD.
And the thing is like, there are things I liked about Love and Thunder. I just wish it wasn't associated with the movie in question.
Yeah, that's my problem with it and Ragnarok. Like, I'll say, there are bits of Ragnarok. There's even stuff involving Taika Waititi in Ragnarok that I actually really like. Some of Korg's lines are actually kind of neat, but the problem is they keep going on for too long. And Taika Waititi keeps, like, every line that Korg has in both movies goes on for way too long, because Taika Waititi is just putting himself up on the fucking screen rather than, you know, actually allowing the movie to be itself, you know?
Right.
It's
I do want to say
It's
I love
infuriating.
poor Kate too because he's gay. Bitch, I hated this character the first moment I saw him. He annoyed me.
Yeah.
The moment you saw him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he is the...
My nerves.
Korg has
I know.
been the most annoying character in the Thor mythos since Ragnarok. Like,
And it's only an interruption.
And the thing is,
I have to go turn off an air conditioner. I'll be right back.
Okay, take your time.
anyway, and the thing is like, it also doesn't really help that Waititi also provided the motion capture for Korg.
Can't tell if he's talking to us or someone else.
He's talking to someone else. Because that's kind of,
I could never tell.
because that's kind of a similar response I would give to my dad whenever,
Yeah, whenever we hear him.
yeah. Yep.
God damn. Jesus Christ.
First of all,
Oh, mama, I don't know if you heard that, but...
I heard
yeah.
that.
No, yeah, I definitely heard
We
that.
heard that.
Yeah, that's
God
pretty
damn.
fucking... That's
Can
pretty
I-
fucking loud.
That's gotta be
Before
pretty
we
damn close.
continue-
If it sounded like that.
Hang on now, before we continue, I discovered something interesting. So, according to Taki, he said the Thor will return card at the end of the movie was not his decision. It was surprising to both him and Chris Hemsworth.
Oh,
I mean, Thor wasn't dead at the end of the movie, so of course he's
yeah,
gonna
so
fucking
like,
return.
yeah, it kind of does make sense. You kind of leave that door
No.
open.
But it does make me wonder, was he even involved in the editing of the film? Because you see him make fun of the editing of the fucking movie. in
Yeah,
some of
I
the
was gonna
previous
say,
stuff.
like, there's a behind the scenes, there's an infamous now behind the scenes clip of him and what's her name who plays Valkyrie going through the film.
Tessa Thompson.
Yeah, him and Tessa Thompson going through the film and just making fun of the film. And there's part of the problem is him. Some of the things, like, he is making fun of like the stuff that the visual effects people do. Oh wow, the storm is actually affecting my my internet right now.
I'm not
that's
surprised.
fun.
Consider how it sounds like it's pretty close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's no surprise.
But
Oh,
at the same time, like, I kind of wonder, like, how much of this film is determined by him, because there's a bunch of stuff that looks like it was determined by him, and then there's a bunch of stuff that looks like it might have been done by the studio.
Right.
And he said, oh, there's not going to be a director's cut of this film coming because director's cuts suck, which is news to anybody who's watched
Yeah. I
like
just
the
wanna
director's
say, I
cut of
don't think there's-
Aliens or Blade
Yeah,
Runner.
I just want to say, I don't think there's a single director's cut I've seen that's worse. I don't think I've seen one that's worse. than the original.
Amadeus is kind of weird in its director's cut. There's some weird editing. thing in that. The Warriors director's cut it has like these weird transitions.
Well, the comic book transitions.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, that's the version I've seen of the Warriors.
Yeah, that's
I
the only.
don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
mind.
the only version in HD.
That one I don't
Wasn't there a
mind.
Halloween movie that had a weird director's cut?
Well, Halloween, the Rob Zombie Halloween movie, it had a weird director's cut. The director's cut of Alien isn't, like, it's just kind of there. It's not really different enough to even exist, and yet it does.
Yeah.
So,
I'm currently fighting the master of the karate dojo, and I haven't even talked about it yet.
Oh, jeez.
I guess you could say, like,
Okay, no,
some of the
okay.
director's cut George Lucas has made. Because George Lucas has made a bunch of weird edits.
Oh god.
Wait, which director's cut? Out of the 10 billion re-releases of the Star Wars original trilogy.
Well, the special editions. The special editions are kind of his director's cuts.
Oh, okay.
Some of the stuff he puts in the special editions do look a little better, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss. It's hit or miss with those re-releases.
Lower than the recommended bitrate. I am streaming at 9,500 kilobits a second.
So it's trying to get you to like lower that.
No, it's trying to get me to raise it. But
Oh, raise it.
Just-
Oh, okay.
the thing is, that's just what it's receiving. I can't control what it receives.
Yeah.
Let's see here. But yeah, he went off on this weird tangent about how, director's cuts suck. I don't want to put out a director's cut. Sometimes directors need to be controlled. And I'd like to say that, I wish he'd have been controlled on this movie. Because there is a bunch of stuff that looks like... Kevin, I linked you that Star Trek intakes video, right?
yes, you did.
Yeah. You remember that scene with Zeus hiking up his skirt?
Yes.
Okay, that's
You
something we
guys-
didn't need.
Yeah, you guys remember that, right? That looks like an outtake that they just put in.
Yeah, like a random thing moment that kind of feels left in for no
Yeah,
reason.
like that's...
I don't think we really needed that, but
Yeah, that's the kind of shit you do goofing around on set. Just to, just to be like, oh, this looks ridiculous. We'll put this in
that's
the,
ridiculous. But let's just leave it in. Let's just leave it in for.
Yeah, we'll put
for
this in
lulz.
the outtakes,
Apparently, from what's being said, the entire director's cut was just that. From what you described.
Oh, God.
No.
That
They
sounds...
just fucked around and that's it. They didn't even try making a movie.
Yeah. But, yeah, so Thor, Love and
Actually,
Thunder.
now that I say that, no fucking wonder Disney took over the editing. It was already a mess from the start.
Yeah. So, do you guys, before we get into spoil... Well, okay, so Pineco just exploded.
Yeah. So once again, the Thor talk, then suddenly Pinecone just exploded.
I need to get my...
So a pinecone blew up all over your face.
Pineco doesn't want to be involved in this discussion. I gotta get my poor dog back to the... I gotta get my
No,
poor
wait.
dog back to the vet.
No, wait. Hey,
He
Alex.
saw... The
He's-
Pinecone saw fucking Jane as 4 and said, no, I'm not, I
He's
can't
like,
do
yeah, I'm
this."
good.
No, even better.
Explosions.
Or it did what you did in the Uncharted streams.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Cowabunga!
Exactly.
Funnily enough, here is the I think the only line that is actually spoken by the protagonist in this game.
Which is
Ha! He's taking
Wow.
a snooze.
I don't believe it.
So, who wants to take a stab at describing the premise of Love and Thunder before we get into spoilers?
I'll do it.
All right, go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, so basically, Gore, the God Butcher, who was a worshiper of some rando god whose name is currently escaping me.
It doesn't matter. He's
does it really
like,
matter? Does it really matter? He gets
He's
literally
fodder for the movie. He's
Yes.
just call him the fodder
Yeah.
god. He's
Yeah.
the fodder god.
Pretty much.
Okay, fair enough.
Pretty
The
much what
fodder
it is.
god.
For the sake of this movie.
His daughter dies in the intense drought just before he reaches the oasis where his god resides. When he finds the god, he bows in worship, and the god's like, oh, you're not all that useful to me anymore. But he's like, but I'm the last of your subjects. There's nobody else. But then he's like, oh, there'll always be someone else to worship me.
Yeah, this is... To say that this is cartoonish is insulting to cartoons.
I mean, I get that the gods can be kind of dicks, but like,
No, this one was an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is being unnecessarily antagonistic. Like, the fucking Empire from Star Wars would say that this guy needs to chill the fuck out.
yeah.
Even the First
No,
Order would tell him to
that's
chill
the entire
out.
Empire minus Palpatine.
Anyway, so Gore ends up being deemed worthy of the Spectre Sword, to which he goes to the
Necro Sword.
the Necro Sword.
That's what they call it.
Which had connections to the symbiotes because they don't own that shit. It's never
Yeah, because that's Sony. That's why they don't
It's-
mention it, because it's connected to a character called Null, and Null's
Yeah.
in Sony territory. So yeah, let's not freaking do that.
And they also
At least not
don't
right
bring
now.
up the fact that the name of the sword is all black.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so they kind of had to like make some adjustments.
So then Patrick Bateman goes, "Hey, God!" And then he's like, "Try getting a reservation at Dorsia now, you stupid fucking bastard! You stupid bastard!"
And yes, that has an American Psycho reference. For
'Cause,
anyone
yeah.
not paying attention.
Because yes, Gore the God Butcher is played by Patrick Bateman, aka Christian Bale, and there have been Bateman,
AKA Nolan vs. Batman.
and they have made Patrick Bateman edits to Gore before.
Yeah,
So this is nothing new.
that's funny. I like that one. By the way, Christian Bale does give a good performance as Gore, but
Oh yeah. There's one clip that
It's-
sticks in my mind. Where
it's
he's like,
about
like,
as-
he's like breaking down. It's super good. He
Like,
gives his all
him-
despite the shit.
him as Gore to me is like Christopher Eccleston as the fucking Drow guy from the Dark World. It's
Malekith.
Malekith. It's a great actor being wasted in a basically worthless role.
Yeah.
You know, funnily enough, Malekith was actually voiced by Quentin Flynn in one of the Marvel cartoons.
Oh, nice.
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 Anyway, and then after that intense bit, we cut to after the long Marvel intro sequence. We cut to
That to what I think is supposed to be a Guns N' Roses styled version of the Marvel fanfare.
yes on
Yeah.
I
As
think
wh-
so. Like, because it
I
kind of
haven't.
like a
I
different.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't looked
it
into it. but
might be one of those
sounds
things
like-
you might have to re-listen to kind of pick up on. Okay,
Yeah.
what's it trying to sound like?
It sounds like they used the same guitar tones that Slash uses. I'd be surprised if they got Slash to actually record that.
Well, if they got Slash himself to do it.
I mean, that'd be really fucking cool if they got
Yeah.
Slash to do it. That'd
That
make
kind
me
of okay, because
respect it a
considering the
little
amount of
bit
money
more.
Marvel's making through the MCU, I could kind of believe that.
Hell, they're certainly not spending it on the visual effects, so why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Yeah, $250 million and the effects look like shit.
How much did Man of Steel cost, by the way?
Man of Steel, let me look that up. Man of
Yeah,
Steel.
look at Man of Steel's budget.
Man of Steel budget was $225 million. It looks infinitely better, and that movie was in 2013.
Yeah, we're
9 years
not,
ago.
we're 9 years on. There's no excuse.
Literally none.
I know, right?
yep.
Also,
Yeah.
can we talk about how James Gunn basically supervised the entire first 5 minutes?
Oh,
of
yeah,
James
so-
Bond?
Yeah, that's pretty much all he mostly had to supervise.
Yeah, so because Thor left with the Guardians at the end of Endgame, they had to have the Guardians in the start of this movie. So the Guardians were there, and you know the Guardians have the best dialogue in the movie because their dialogue is being written by James Gunn, who isn't, despite my problems with him, he's not as far gone as Taika Waititi.
Yeah, you can actually do some good comedy, shockingly.
Yeah, James Gunn's problem is with timing. It's not with having the jokes go on far too long, you know?
Yeah, I actually, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I actually did like the Suicide Squad quite a bit. I don't know if anyone else feels the same.
They should have picked a smaller scale villain than fucking Starro the Conqueror, but
yeah, I agree, 100%. There is no excuse for that.
Hey,
original Justice League villain, and he got jobbed out to Task Force X.
hey,
I
give
still
Killed
can't
by
get over
rats.
that.
give it a while, and I'll have him.
Suicide Squad, he got killed by rats. Rats.
Give it a while, and I'll have him be jobbed out by Superboy.
Hey, Superboy at least has a chance. Task Force
Okay,
X,
that's
by all
unbelievable.
regards, should have had the floor wiped with Starro's.
I swear, this tense corporation takeover music seems a bit bombastic.
Isn't it always?
I'll have to link Alex the music so he can understand. I'm just kind of going through the floors that I can and mopping the floor with Team Rocket.
Yeah. Isn't that what we always do?
Well, sometimes we'll mop the floor with Team Galactic, mop the floor with Team Aqua or Team Magma, mop the floor with Team Plasma, or
Not the
Team...
floor.
Or Team...
Plasma, let's see.
Team
Rainbow. Okay.
Team Flare.
Okay, Team Rainbow Rocket will probably struggle because.
All right. I'll be back. Just
Yeah,
like
we'll
go
wait
over.
for you.
Yeah, go over the other.
We'll hold off on any further
Go
thoughts
over
on
the
it
other
until you get
topic.
back.
Talk about how like Pat McCallum and Shinzo Abe died this week.
No, that's depressing.
Ah, jeez.
I forgot Hypno has the ability to stay awake.
You literally forgot that.
The thing is that I haven't... Thing is, Fran, I've never actually tried putting him to sleep before. The old man will not stay down.
And knock him out his ass.
Yeah, that's what I did. Thankfully, it didn't. Thankfully, it didn't kill me with confusion because I have Snoop Dogg. Yes, I named my Gloom after Snoop Dogg.
You name your Gloom Snoop Dogg. What the fuck?
Anyway.
What was it? Hang on. There's something I wanted to mention. What was it? Let me double check. Oh, so no, I lost it. Fuck. Hang on.
2 hours later.
We always lose our train of thoughts on these. This is nothing new.
Oh, okay. I remembered. It's Rockstar. So a report came out because of GTA 3's trilogy reboot remake thing flopping.
Yeah, the remaster. You just say because the whole remaster trilogy for 3, Vice City.
Calling it a remake was an insult.
No, it's not really a remake. It's just remastered. That's all. That's really what it is.
It was worse than Silent Hills 2's remastered somehow.
Oh god.
Getting off track.
Basically, because the poor performance of the whole 3D trilogy re-release, they're holding off on doing a re-release for GTA 4 and I believe Red Dead Redemption.
No. They didn't even just hold off on them. No,
yeah, it's just being
shelved.
shelved. No, I heard it was shelved. I didn't hear anything about cancellation.
No, they were working on them and they scrapped them all. And that's not the only thing.
Yeah.
It recently came to light. It recently came to light that a Red Dead Redemption 2 PS5 and Xbox Series X port was also scrapped as a result.
Oof.
No. Even better, you gotta queue up the Spider-Man. Oof.
Oof, folks, you get fucked.
Yeah, I played a PS4 version.
You know, I gotta be honest with you guys. I gotta be honest. I don't know if I'm crazy on this. I cannot tell the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS.
No, 60 is a little smoother compared to 30.
Yeah.
I can't. I genuinely can't tell. I'm gonna be honest.
Like, have something play on 30 FPS, have the same thing play on 60, like, side by side.
I have.
You might
I've
be able
watched
to.
comparison videos, and I just can't tell. I legitimately like.
No, with 60, it's slightly smoother. It's slightly smoother. Like, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like jittery. Like, look at, okay, like, perfect example. Look at Ocarina of Time, like, on N64, look at Ocarina of Time on 3DS.
Okay.
Like, that's probably the best difference. Yeah, that's probably a good difference.
Yeah, I can tell the difference with that. It's just like with a lot of stuff, it's like, oh, we're going
Because
to
obviously,
60
Ocarina of Time
FPS,
3DS, the frame rate's better. Frame rate's higher, so yeah, it's gonna look, it's not gonna be at 12 frames a second.
Person, because for me, I can't really tell the difference.
Okay,
a lot of
my dad's computer.
Either a person, it could depend on a person, or where you're watching it on.
Or he just forgot.
That's always a factor.
So
Yeah.
that's that was a kind of a monumental waste of time.
It happens.
We were. Oh, Dunn, we were talking about how the re-releases of GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption were canceled, along with Red Dead 2 PS5 Xbox Series X port.
That's the first I've heard of.
Do we actually have confirmation about that? Because they lost the source code for Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh.
So like, unless
They probably could have like redone it from the ground up. I don't know if that's possible, but I don't know.
That would cost a shit ton of money.
Well, yeah, it would. They'd have to remake the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
have to restart.
Excuse me, because they lost all of the assets for that.
Okay, guys, I gotta question one thing.
Yeah, you have to remake it from the ground up, which would be a pain in the ass to do.
Yeah, I can tell.
Especially if you got it partially done and then
screwing it over.
Yeah, I'll be fine if they go back to a later date, like after, like maybe sometime after GTA 6 comes out. I'll be fine if they do decide to do that.
That might be a good idea.
I would love this to be a re-release of Red Dead, but considering that they lost the source code, I don't. And with
Give it about 5 years. Remember, same they have the Kingdom Hearts. So give it about 5 years.
What exactly? Remind me. What exactly happened to Kingdom Hearts source code?
Didn't they lose it or some shit?
They lost the code in the flood.
Oh.
Yeah, they lost their code in the flood, so they had to rebuild it from scratch.
Oh,
Yeah,
Timo
That's
sucked.
most likely what they would have to do for Red Dead.
Yeah, but according to the Nomura and the devs, it was good practice for Kingdom Hearts 3, so that's good.
But the fact that they had to rebuild the source code from the ground up.
Yeah, for like majority of the Kingdom Hearts games, they had to do it for Kingdom Hearts 1, 2,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, for the re-releases. Thank God they did.
Okay.
Which is a good thing, because otherwise we probably wouldn't have had Final Mix.
They did fuck up in the PS3 versions at first because the loading screens were worse.
Yeah, because it wasn't the same. It wasn't like the same.
Yeah.
Because it was like the original. Now it's like on PS4 it's better.
And
Thank
let
God.
Yeah, PS4
and let
is so much better.
Yes.
and let's not forget the fact
You
that
don't do the freaking rapid fire pause trick for the when you're doing drive forms.
By the way, Kingdom Hearts, the remasters of 3 works on the Steam Deck.
Okay.
So
Oh, nice.
But back to Love and Thunder. So
No, please, anything but this.
Dude, we must.
can we just have
anyways, the movie.
Okay. Just to make sure, throw spoiler warning, because we're probably gonna be on this for a while. For like about 30 minutes. Just be safe. Next 30 minutes we'll be on.
Thor
Hey.
gets buffed again because Fat Thor was an embarrassment, and
He got buffer.
I want to talk about that for a moment because honestly, I feel like I'm one of the few people who says this, but I feel like that was justified.
no, because
I
Thor's a
completely
goddamn
get why it
warrior.
was like that. I completely understood the shit Thor was going through, and I actually felt bad for him. My main problem with it is that there's too many jokes at his suspense.
Yeah.
That is a problem. But like,
here's the thing,
if
though,
anything, he should have become buff during Endgame. And like, he should have like stayed behind, done what Cap did at the end. He should have stayed behind during the events of the Dark World, canceled, and fucked up that timeline a little bit, and worked out, and then come back being like buff Thor,
I would agree, but him grabbing the two hammers and him still being like fat buff is kind of fucking badass. I love that shot. I don't know why. It just looks so fucking badass. But this is just me. But if you ask me, you wanna know what's worse than Fat Thor in that movie? The Hulk. They just removed all his development scenes. They cut all of that shit out of both Infinity War and
This isn't an Endgame review. This is Love and Thunder. So so Thor gets buff again, and he and the Guardians are off doing shit. And
they're
Taika
off on,
Waititi,
on beautiful space adventures.
Classic Thor adventures. I want to fucking kill Korg every time I hear him say that.
I don't blame you. I'm not blaming you.
I want to find that thing that Valkyrie put on Thor every time he says that, and just activate it on him.
Would it even work?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I want to make it try.
I mean, it's a neurotoxin, but are we sure?
But like, well, I'm a rock person.
Yeah.
No, I want to put it on.
Okay, that's
I'm saying, like, whenever Thor says that, I want to put it on him and have him get zapped like he's a dog.
Like a shock collar.
Yeah, like a shock collar. I want to activate Thor's shock collar.
I'm not understood what the hell you were talking about somehow.
Okay.
Anyways, so
that's good or bad, but
Taika Waititi is one of the most derivative filmmakers in the history of filmmaking, because you guys remember that for those of you who don't know, Thor goes in, he busts up the bad guys, comes out, says, "Oh, another job well done," and then everything falls apart.
Yeah.
Which is a joke from every comedy movie ever made, ever.
Yep. And how does he get rewarded?
With two of the most annoying characters in the entire goddamn movie. They rival Korg in the I want to kill them department.
Nebula would agree with you on that one.
Yeah, Nebula.
See, you got something to agree with Nebula on.
Yeah,
that's a fucking miracle.
My blue-skinned, red-haired Irish waifu who would agree with me there.
and okay, here's the crazy part. Those two goats you're talking about in the comics, they steer Thor's chariot.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as annoying in the comics, but
no, they're not.
No, because you can just imagine them. For one, they don't scream, and even if they did, you can just imagine it being like
probably nothing like that Taylor Swift meme.
Yeah,
which is where the screams are from, by the way.
Aside from the obvious screaming sheep meme.
Yeah. You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I'm flying on the cold hard ground. I can't fucking do.
God damn it, guys.
That's the song it's from. The movie's from. I just looked it up on Instagram.
Oh, you motherfucker. Oh god.
Not the meme itself, just the fact that someone mentioned, hey, that's where the screams from.
Somebody needs to restrict Taika Waititi's access to the internet. Because I just have to bring up every single joke he makes in this goddamn movie is something that was made on either a funny or unfunny internet show 15 fucking years ago.
It makes me wonder how that poor Disney editor intern is doing after scrolling through all the god-awful jokes.
He needs therapy.
Wait, before or after he looked at his pad?
Yes.
He needs therapy.
Because for all he might look at that page, he's like, alright, I'll do it.
Whatever he's getting paid is not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. Just like those VFX artists.
Yeah.
By the way, I got the card key, so I'm gonna steamroll through this whole place.
So
there you go.
So Thor, fucks off, has some unfunny dialogue with the Guardians where Peter Quill is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go away. We don't want to be around you anymore.
We don't want to
You
be
know,
around you. We got our own shit to do. See you in Guardians 3.
I wish we'd have followed. I wish we'd have followed along with the Guardians because.
No, I swear
feel like
to
their
God,
movie is
I
gonna
swear
be
to God,
better
if
than
Guardians 3 starts off like how we last saw them in Love and Thunder, I will pop.
That
Yeah,
might
I will
actually.
say that.
That was actually something I was thinking, and like they're
Or
probably
at least like right after that.
considering
At least
that
I would
the
start right after that.
considering that the Screaming Goats are going to be in Guardians 3.
Oh,
That's a
God, wait,
likely
they are?
possibility.
Nebula, I am going to last action hero myself into that movie so that I can help
Last
you
action
beat those
hero.
goats to death.
And turn them into goat meat.
Yeah.
Okay, at this point the movie must become a drinking game. Take a shot every time you hear those damn goats.
You'll be dead by the end of the fucking
There's
movie.
30
he's
seconds
wasted.
worth of goat scenes.
The
We wasted by the time
the battle that takes place at the start, it's set. Well, the ass kicking that Thor lays down at the start is set to "Sweet Child of Mine" by Guns N' Roses.
Actually, it's set to Welcome to the Jungle.
No, it's Welcome to the Jungle. It's Sweet Child of Mine's later on.
Oh, it's Welcome to the Jungle. Okay, hey, it's set to one of the Guns N' Roses song. I watched a little bit of Love and the Thunder, paused it, had to go away and do like 20 other more important things, and forgot about the first half of the movie.
Like, DM me everything that every bit of pain and suffering you've experienced.
So
I don't blame
it's set to
you.
a Guns N' Roses song, and it's not synced up to it in any way, shape, or form. Like
That would
the
require actual efforts.
like the, you know how you feel like once the song gets past the intro, the action should start, right? Like that's usually how you edit this kind of thing.
Didn't Megamind do it better?
Yes, it literally did. Also Deadpool 2, also the original Deadpool, also Guardians 1 and 2, also the Suicide Squad. Like, I'll give the Suicide Squad some credit in that regard. Hell, I'll even give Studio Squad some
Studio
credit
Squad?
in that regard. Yeah, Studio
Oh,
Squad.
Right,
the,
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give those some credit in that regard. But this movie, like, the main song starts off like you get past the intro and it starts up the main riff, and Thor is just fucking standing there. It looks like those YouTube videos where somebody changes the score of a movie to be like a pop song, or some kind of thing that they like, or they've changed it into like the score from a different film, and it doesn't sync up correctly. It's amateur mixing at best, and mixing and editing at best. It's goddamn garbage. And it doesn't make any sense because Thor has his own fucking theme song. Like, it's the main leitmotif is most notably present in Thor Kills the Destroyer. It's present briefly in the last Thor movie, Ragnarok, and it's there's also another one that's less, not as good, that was composed by Brian Tyler, that he used in The Dark World and Age of Ultron. That one's alright. And then there's a leitmotif for Ragnarok that's specific to that movie. That's not used in this either. And instead, we just get fucking licensed music all over the place. And the movie, skipping all the way to the end credits, the movie has the song Rainbow in the Dark by Ronnie James Dio.
Why?
Which is thematically connected to the film. Like, Rainbow in the Dark, the spoiler warning, the end of the film has them riding the Rainbow Road into a world of shadows. Why, if you were going to use licensed music, would you not use Rainbow in the Dark in the
At that
in
point
the
where they're
fucking
going
movie.
to the
when they have a
Shadow
literal
Realm,
rainbow in the dark. Yes.
where they're riding the Bifrost.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell,
That would be the perfect time to use that song.
yeah, it would. Like, if you're being a complete fucking hack, at least be a little bit, conscious about it.
Yeah.
I do have to ask, how much money did Disney pay for this fucking licensed music? It can't have been
I have no idea how much Guns N'
wait,
Roses
no,
asked for
don't
this
tell
song.
me, hang on, I just realized, what if most of the $250 million was used for the licensing music?
Probably a good chunk of it.
It
Probably a
wasn't
good chunk
because,
of it.
like,
That would explain
there's an indie movie that was made near me on like a fucking micro budget that managed to swing a license to use a sync license for Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. It's not that expensive, but it is quite up there. And the thing is that most of the licensed music doesn't fit at all. Immigrant Song might not have been that... It might not have been perfectly fitting, but at least they synced it up to the fucking action in Ragnarok.
On top of that, it actually does match up to the Norse theme.
Yeah, it's matched up to the theme of the movie, as opposed to like Sweet Child of Mine and November Rain and Welcome to the Jungle and all that shit. And, like, I fucking love this music, but you're not gaining any credibility by using this music here.
Like,
because
they just used like a random Guns N' Roses soundtrack and just threw it in there into the movie.
yeah, like,
Well, I'm trying to see. Okay, does it fit here? Does it fit here? Just use it.
say what you will about James Gunn, but he at least tries to, like, he had a list of songs that he wanted to include in Guardians 1 and 2, and he didn't include some of them in those movies because he couldn't find a place for them. He didn't just randomly slap licensed music in wherever the hell he could.
Yep.
Like, this...
Glenn knows where to use his music and where not.
Yeah.
Like,
And,
I mean, he has issues as a director,
Quentin
but he knows to
Quentin
limit.
Tarantino is the fucking master of this because he almost exclusively populates his movies with licensed music because he feels like it gives him more control over the tone of the scene. And I can respect that about him. I don't necessarily agree with him about it, but he actually, like, puts a little bit of goddamn effort into his soundtracks that way.
Yeah.
And he'll assemble, like, these perfectly fitting pieces, collections of music for his movies. And it actually comes out, sounding pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Because most of those soundtracks are fucking legendary, even if it is mostly just, I paid for this music.
Paid X amount to use.
Yeah, I paid
this
X
song.
amount to use this music,
Still, it works.
Yeah. So, anyways, Thor and the Guardians part ways when they find out that gods are being killed after Gor's daughter Love dies, and Gor gets, he basically gets told, Gor, you have much rage in your heart. Welcome to the Red Lantern Corps.
That's it, more or less.
Yeah.
It's more or less that.
And here's the thing, his backstory is still not as depressing as Dex Star's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Thor and the annoying rock sidekick go to, they go to see this dead dragon god, and Lady Sif. Lady Sif has had her arm chopped off.
Oh yeah.
And
Sif just pops up. Okay, arm chopped off. Oh, and the dragon guy. Okay, the shot where they see it, I think it's a near perfect recreation of a comic book panel.
Yeah,
You are
near
correct.
perfect.
It is
Comic
funny,
Yeah, it's like
or-
damn near close to. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
comic
the only
panel looks
difference
better.
Thank
though.
God TV trope.
The only difference with that shot is that Korg is there. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like outside that, but it's like it's like a damn near perfect recreation. So
Like,
it's
they
whatever.
have-
Good recreation. I really like that shot, but like
They
one
have
of
some-
the few good shots in this
Yeah,
film.
well, that's because they pulled a Zack Snyder and used the comic panels as storyboards, which is what you
Yeah,
should be doing. with stuff like
that's
this.
actually pretty cool.
But Thor says, "Oh, this guy, I was one of the kindest gods you could ever meet. He doesn't deserve this." This is like really? We never met this guy before. maybe we could have met him at some point during the opening, rather than having that stupid fucking scene.
Or like just like a random doorway scene, just like, or at least establishing,
or all of that exposition where Gore is just talking about random shit.
Or maybe like an extra scene, you see Gore killing a couple guys.
We can have.
Just at least establish him as like a threat.
Let's have a scene of this guy. He's like, oh, I'm the guardian of the cosmos. The Beltway or whatever the hell this place is. He's like the guardian of this place, and he's he's like the multi-time champion of like the tournament of the gods out in his realm. That's his backstory. That is literally his backstory from the comics. He's a cool dude. Him and Thor hang out, and then he just pops up in this, and apropos of nothing, he's just fucking dead. We don't know his backstory, and we get told his backstory. Have Gore come up to him and is like oh hi, hello, Mr. Dragon God. I have many interesting stories I might tell you over a cup of giant dragon tea or whatever the hell. Oh, giant ice dragons eat. Or eat and drink. So, and Thanagar, or Thalagar is his name. Thalagar, is like, well, that kind stranger. Come, pull up a chair. Or I'll share with you my wine, and you shall share with me your stories in return. And then he, pulls some sneaky, underhanded shit on this kindly Santa Claus-like dragon.
Looking motherfucker.
And
then go straight for
automatically, boom, we can tell that this guy is a bastard. Like, he does not give a shit about the people he's going after. This guy, all he wanted to do was share his fucking wine with you and help you out of the cold. And you stabbed him in the back.
Kill this guy. You cold-hearted bastard.
Should I make room for Lear in my moves list with Max?
Depends. Are you actually going to use it?
I have no idea what Lear does.
Lear lowers defense.
Should I exchange Roar for Lear?
Yeah. Because Roar, it just sends a Pokemon out of battle.
You know what I imagine that conversation going like, Alex?
Yeah.
Gore just goes, "You like Huey Lewis in the news?"
No, see, if you did some American Psycho type shit like that, then okay. One, you can use that actor illusion, and two, you could like determine, okay, Gore's out of his mind.
Yeah, it's like that. Just do some things to establish that this character is a bastard. Because right up until now, all he did was kill some guy who was a fucking bastard to him.
Some pompous asshole god.
Yeah, I was like,
who pretty much deserved it, by the way.
The Necro Sword is gonna corrupt you. It's like, do we really know that? Is that going to happen? And it's like, can we maybe see that happening?
They can't really explain it, because if they do, they have to explain the symbiote thing.
Yeah, that's where it's like, okay, that's where they're kind of handcuffed.
We have room for exposition about how Thor got buff, and about how he went on a bunch of stupid adventures, and about how he broke up with Jane, which didn't need to happen, by the way. We could have just not had. We could have just figured out,
okay, they split. Okay, at some point they split.
And it's like, oh, Jane's off doing doctory things. We're off somewhere else.
We're too busy doing superhero stuff.
It ain't working out. They could have just said that Thor was busy with Ragnarok, so he hadn't seen her at all. They didn't.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to hunt down the fucking Flamehead guy, and all this other shit, and prevent Ragnarok from occurring. And then he finds out, he goes home to Asgard, finds out Loki's, banished their dad to Earth, and then they go back to Earth, and he's nowhere near New Mexico, so they're just they just don't cross paths. They didn't cross paths during Avengers 1 or 2. They don't need to break up. This like, this is a problem. They wrote themselves into a fucking corner and had to write themselves out of it. They could have just not had... Excuse me, they could have just not had Jane in the movie.
They could have just had zero mention of her, or just have Force saying they missed her or something. I don't know. Anything better than having her break up for no reason.
And then have to come up with an ass-pull reason later on. Because, like, literally, the reason they broke up is lame. It was like, oh, he has to be a hero, and she has to be a doctor. They already knew that! They survived 2 years apart between Avengers and Thor 1.
Done,
Like,
done. You're
fucking-
thinking reasonably. You're
The
thinking
fucking Bifrost was broken!
You're thinking reasonably, done. Stop.
I know. But, like, the damn Bifrost was broken, and then they continue making Thor out to be a fucking idiot, because it was like, oh, they have an argument over him having to clean up. It's 2 fucking plates he has to
Over
clean
2
up.
plates.
Maybe if you're trying, I know what you're trying to do. It's not fucking funny. Okay, so just stop, Taika. We have giant exposition dumps throughout this film. Hell, the thing where what's his name? What's his fuck? Who the god that Gore kills at the start talks almost exclusively in exposition. Almost all of the major plot developments are told via exposition. We don't find out about this stuff organically. We don't like have characters see things and learn things like they did in previous films. We just have characters telling other people things. Because like this movie was what, 2.5 hours long? And
like 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Okay.
Like hour 59 minutes. Something like that.
2 hours, no, it was over 2 hours, I think.
It probably felt like more than 2 hours, but like I've seen the run
Okay, so
like
hour
what, hour
and
59.
something. Hour and 59 minutes. It's with credits, I guess. So
Yeah, with the
this movie
credits, it probably with the credits it feels like more than 2 hours.
So this movie is 2 hours long. Not only we've spent way too much time on shit that doesn't matter, and left not nearly enough time for the stuff that does. So Jane Foster has cancer for no fucking reason, and yeah. So Thor at some point made Mjolnir promise to protect Jane.
Promise to protect Jane no matter what. That somehow was like, okay, he probably thinks she's worthy of wielding Mjolnir. That's probably isn't it?
That explanation?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, that's the
God.
whole
Yeah,
explanation.
while they were together, he's like, hey, like talk to the hammer. It's like, okay, no matter what happens, protect her.
Yeah.
And
then,
I guess the hammer interpreted it as, okay, she's worthy to wield me.
But the thing
That's so
is, like, that
stupid,
requires the
okay.
hammer to have a fucking brain. It was an enchantment earlier. What the fuck? Like it was an enchanted hammer. It only responds to people who are worthy to wield the power of Thor. It doesn't respond to like Thor talking to it. And then this leads into fucking Stormbreaker being jealous of the fucking hammer, which is it's fucking insane. And that, you know what that is? That is one of the major plot points in the fucking film. Because the whole reason they have to deal with the goats is because Stormbreaker isn't getting them where they need to go.
Isn't getting the attention because the hammer is back in the picture.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my God.
so this plot
And yes, I'm legit
This
laughing
plot
at
is
this because
already-
it sounds ridiculous.
this plot is all over the fucking place. So Thor comes back to
New
New
Asgard.
Asgard because Patrick Batman has decided that the best way to kill the Norse gods is to
Just basically go to Asgard and
Yeah.
take them all out. And
It's to
New
pull
Asgard's the place to do it.
it's to kidnap all of their children and lure them to his evil lair, kind of like what Joe Pesci did to Michael Jackson in Moonwalker.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and
Still
it's,
gotta see
it's
that movie.
Just, yeah, it's
Yeah,
a great.
I played a game. So.
It's also a great game.
Yeah.
Well, Sega Genesis, not the arcade. Obviously.
The arcade version's kind of short. The Genesis version then has a bit more meat to it, I think.
Yeah. All right, moving on. because we're
But
going
yeah,
off
anyways, so they go there, and Thor and Jane waste a shitload of time catching up and talking about how they both have powers now and things like that. And this is after Jane Foster decides to go to New Asgard to try and find a cure for her cancer. And she finds the pieces of Mjolnir, which reform themselves when she grabs the handle and bestows her the power of Thor. But the power of Thor is also killing her, despite the fact
so
that...
it's an awesome power, but like it's also draining her health.
So they never explained why she has cancer. They never explain why the cancer is terminal, and they never explain why Ant-Man can't just shrink down and go diddle her cells, so that...
Okay, dude. One, we don't know where the fuck Ant-Man is at the moment. He could be busy for all we know. So
He could be hang on. Now, let's be fair. Now, he could be busy doing ant stuff, and ant stuff is complicated.
Next Ant-Man movie.
Oh my god.
I'm saying, for all we know, that's probably why they haven't like tried to be like, oh wait.
I do want to say it has potential of having a good storyline with that, like her facing her mortality and whatnot, and the hammer slowly killing her.
Yeah, but then we also run into the problem of Thor in the comics is a fucking medical doctor for a reason. Like Thor has magic healing powers and advanced knowledge. It's like he can't just like lay on hands like a priest in or a cleric in D&D would, but he has like knowledge, mystical magical knowledge that he can use to heal shit like this. Fuck, he and Loki fixed the fucking red shit that was one of the Infinity Stones.
Yes, that's what we're calling the ether, the red shit.
I found a knockdown.
Wow, that's some insane luck there.
Yeah, we're gonna go way off that.
I gotta catch that. I gotta catch the knockdown.
If you want.
Remember, it knows foresight, so like use foresight before you attack a ghost type. That way you can use normal type attacks on it. Not that you need to, but never hurts.
Anyway,
so yeah, like Jane. So Thor has, Thor. There's a deleted scene in Thor 1 where Thor heals somebody who's been gravely injured, and he, that helps. That's one of the things that he does to help him, become worthy of being Thor again, and it's kind of cool. And Thor in the comics is a doctor for a reason. Thor in the actual mythologies, people would write inscriptions to Thor or saying, protect me from wounds and heal me if I am wounded and things like that. There's like medallions for things like that found in Nordic areas and things like that. They don't do anything with that. They do shit with that. So after Gore kidnaps all of the children and takes them all away.
He gives them horse.
Yeah. Let's see here. They I'm trying to remember the exact line of events here.
after they kidnap the children, Thor kind of tries to catch up with Jane.
Thor tries to catch up with Jane. That's when the shit with Mjolnir and Stormbreaker happens.
Yeah, that's when that starts. That starts. By the way, is they more or less confirmed that she was snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Russo brothers had already confirmed this years ago.
Yeah. So.
Because remember, I think she mentioned that it's been 3 years. Thor mentions 8. Which actually it's been 8 years.
Yeah.
Because I think that's supposed to reference the last time she was seen in Dark World, not counting the extra footage for Endgame.
Yeah.
What is what should Noctowl's name be?
Hedwig.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, just for the Harry Potter reference, just go with Hedwig.
I'm gonna name it Hadwig.
Hedwig.
You know, Alex, I imagine our Loki, just pointing his sword at the goats and be like, "Scream one more time."
Scream one more time and I dare you.
Well, that won't work because Thor's goats are immortal.
Yeah, there you go.
He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
So,
He
yeah,
can
that
torture
definitely
them.
won't work on those bleeding goats.
He doesn't care. He could torture them for 1,000 years for all he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
But
No. Even better, he could just make their mouths just not be there. Or since that's how powerful his magic
I have
is.
no mouth and I must scream.
Okay, Black Bolt.
They're like, okay, so they contact
Astrid.
Heimdall's son Astrid, who now goes by the name
Who wants to go by Axel?
Axel. Yeah, who wants to go by the name
another Guns N' Roses reference.
Yeah, wants to go by the name of Axel because apparently 12-year-old Asgardian boys listen to a lot of Guns N' Roses. And I'm,
Why?
I can't say that that's, I can't say that I didn't when I was that age because I certainly fucking did, but I was also that age 13 years ago, so that was closer. Like, Appetite for Destruction is 35 years old now, I think. Like, it was 1987, right? 1987, so yeah, that's 35 years old.
Yeah, 35. Holy shit.
It was old when I was a kid, but that's the kind of stuff that I just always fucking listen to because I never liked most of modern music. Granted, that's another fucking Noctowl. Holy shit.
You don't need
We're gonna be
another
here forever.
one. You can kill it.
Damn, owls, go away.
Okay, but anyway, so since
Yeah, they
you
find
probably
out
don't
where
want to
they
waste your time searching for more Heracross.
Yeah, crap. Oh,
Just-
okay, wait, I goofed up.
What?
Oh, no, wait, I got... Oh, no, wait, never mind, I got strength. I just need another strength, bitch.
Oh, you're at Chuck's gym.
Yeah, but I only got 4 alligators, so I need... You know what, let me swap out Knockout. I'll see if I can get something else, too.
And the thing is
I'm
like,
in Sea Wood right now, so... Yeah.
I have to
Continue.
imagine how much daddy issues that Astrid had towards Heimdall. All for him to just do that.
Yeah, I also have to say, like, we've never seen Heimdall's wife or son in any previous Thor movie.
Yeah, just this movie they said, hey,
Heim-
he's got a kid and a chick he hooked up with.
Yeah, Heimdall
Oh, yeah.
has been in 3 Thor movies and
Died in
Avengers
Infinity
film.
War.
yeah, and he
Unless the
never,
whole thing was just
never
purely
once
off
brought
screen.
up having a fucking family.
Unless he forgot. Unless he forgot or something, I don't know.
He must have forgot.
I'm literally trying to headcanon this whole thing.
Yeah, that's why his son
Please.
changed his name to Axel. That's why his son changed his name
Wait,
into a
Axel from Kingdom Hearts?
No.
No.
Axl
It's
Rose.
It's a Guns N' Roses reference.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, is it? It sounds like more of a Kingdom Hearts reference.
I know
No,
you're
it-
thinking that.
directly,
Axl,
it is
well,
directly
you don't,
a reference
need to have
to
that
Guns
next.
N' Roses.
You don't need to have that name memorized. Let's put it that way.
It's spelled AXL. Kind of like the Mega Man character, but at the same time, no.
Okay, there we go. Yep. Okay, now Sudowoodo is now my strength bitch.
You
Okay,
strength,
so
bitch.
what did you say about not wanting to waste time looking for Heracross?
Okay, so here's the thing. And Whitney's milk tank is quite strong, but at the same time, it's not unstoppable.
Yeah. Because remember, I stopped it. Remember, Mudslap.
Yeah. Make sure make sure you reduce its accuracy as much as humanly possible.
That might give you a good chance.
Oh, that way you can whittle it
like
down.
A damn brick if
Huh?
you don't stop it. Yeah, hell, you could tolerate it if it's just you stall.
Yeah. Whitney's Mill Tank is one thing you want to just do stall strategies for.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
I
way,
like
Alex, you're
Pokemon
near the
ID
radio
numbers.
tower.
Yeah, I'm in the radio tower.
You got to go up to one of the clerks, and they'll give you a questionnaire so that you can get the radio card for your
You get 5 questions
Pokegear.
right, you get a radio card for your Pokegear.
All right.
This is something you have to do for the
There are
remake. You
Pokemon
don't have to
that
do it in
appears-
the original.
Only in the morning, yes. Is this statement correct? You can't buy a berry at a mart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get berries from the trees.
Does HMO1 contain the move Flash? That is a yes, correct?
No, it's
The
not.
HMO5 is Flash.
Okay.
HMO1 is
Okay.
cut, so you got to try it again.
Okay,
can try
please,
to-
please tell me you didn't get it wrong. Please.
He did.
Is Faulkner the Violet Gym Leader who uses
Yes.
bird Pokemon? I would
Yes.
assume so based on the fucking name.
That was the first gym leader, so yeah.
Do Goldenrod Game Corner slots have Charmander on their reels? I haven't been in the Goldenrod. Okay. Thank you for helping me cheat on this, guys.
Yes, yes, no, yes, no.
Yes.
And, you know,
no,
funnily
yes.
enough,
I want to make
Yes,
sure you
yes,
got it.
no.
You got it the first try. That way you don't have to be like, oh crap, which one did I get wrong?
And so, for some reason,
man.
despite the fact that Thor, Jane, and Valkyrie, you know, are already pretty well equipped for this, and you know, they could just call the fucking Avengers, because despite the fact
Yeah.
that you know Cap is retired and old and Tony is dead, the Avengers are still around. Like,
Yeah, in some way or form they're still around. But
Yeah,
they're
but
probably,
you're-
probably because they're dealing with their own shit. At the
Yeah,
same
but-
time.
this is a
I'm assuming-
planetary incursion. This is a planetary incursion, and people have been abducted. So.
But we don't. For all we know, this could be the same day Doctor Strange deal with his shit. For all we know.
No. It doesn't matter, because you can leave Doctor Strange and Peter Parker at on Earth. It doesn't
Wait,
matter.
who are you talking about with that one? I mean, I know
I-
Doctor Strange, but who's this Peter Parker you mentioned?
He's
Yeah, I
a
don't-
friend of he's a friend of somebody who's been in the Avengers. I don't remember who.
Dude, you must mean Spider-Man. You must
Yeah,
mean
he's-
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, he's connected to Spider-Man, and yeah, he gets the pictures for the guy who shouts on the internet.
Alright, moving on. We're gonna be here forever.
Jameson, yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's cool,
Yeah.
kind of.
I think J. Jonah Jameson is secretly Spider-Man.
Nah.
Might have seen Outtaker too.
I can't see an old man like him doing all those backflips and shit.
No, I think because if he has those superpowers, he's just putting on the old man act.
Alright,
He's
back,
not
back to the
actually.
Thor movie. Back to the Thor movie. Otherwise, we're way off topic.
We're going to
Yeah, otherwise, we're gonna be here forever. With this damn thing.
Okay, so seriously, so Thor decides that they need backup, so he decides they need to go to not Mount Olympus.
They go to
That's
Omnipotent
pretty much
City.
what it is. That's pretty much
Yeah.
what the place is. Might as well be Mount Olympus.
To go
Yeah,
talk
well,
to
okay, wait. Not exactly, because that's other gods from different places, so not really.
to go talk to Russell Crowe's Zeus. And so they go there, and like they are very clearly, like, Russell Crowe has clearly put in a decent amount of work on his arms, but they're still shooting
No,
around
you're trying to
his
work on
gut.
to seal the gut to like make up
Yeah.
for having a gut. That's what it
They're-
is. That's
they're,
the
like,
trick.
shooting-
That's the fat guy trick. You
Yeah,
work
they're
on your arms so it doesn't look so your
Yeah.
gut's not like bad out there.
Yeah, so Russell Crowe has continued. He's not in as bad a shape as he was in that horror movie he was in a couple of years ago.
Like he's all right.
But you know, he's not. He's
Wait,
not.
wait,
like
horror
Jor-El
movie. Wait,
anymore,
horror
you know?
movie. You talking about the Universal Mummy?
No, I was talking about the one
That's a
where he
real
was,
horror movie. That's a horror movie for different reasons.
yeah. I was talking about the one where he was the truck driver guy,
Oh, okay.
the stalker guy. Anyways, yeah, he's not as fat as he was in that, but he's not in Jor-El shape anymore.
Right.
Nope.
And he's he's done some decent work on his arms. They don't look really flabby, but they're shooting around his gut. You can tell by the camera angles that they don't want to
They're
put
trying to conceal the
that
gut.
on
They're
screen.
trying to.
They're not trying to conceal it. Like, they didn't pull a fucking green screen belly like they did to conceal Gal Gadot's pregnant stomach in
Right.
the Wonder Woman reshoots, but they're shooting around it. Yeah, they're trying not to ever have him be side on to the camera, but when something's not blocking the way.
Yeah.
And spoiler warning, as if we weren't spoiling the whole fucking movie already, Zeus is fucking worthless, and all of the scenes on not Mount Olympus could have been cut entirely, because there is no reason for this entire sequence to be in the movie.
No, we need it for Thor ass.
The
They
only
could've had
reason
more
it was in the
gore
movie
stuff.
is to have naked Thor and also have a setup for Thor 5 or
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
'cause-
the movie that Hercules shows up in is.
Yeah. Spoiler warning. Hercules.
And Hercules shows up
or
at the end.
Heracles, whichever pronunciation you want to use.
Hercules shows up at the end of the movie, and during the mid-credits scene, and it is so fucking awkward. Like he and Russell Crowe are clearly not working on the same set. Russell Crowe was like leaning back and is like
He's kind
you
of leaning
feel
back,
like
recovering from the wound. It's
you feel
no,
like
they got to
yeah.
shoot in
So
the
yeah, so
jokes.
like Thor.
we need to
shot-
feed
Yeah, Thor shot Thor shot
The Thunderbolt,
Zeus
like back,
lightning
they
bolt.
caught the Thunderbolt and then shot it right back at
Yeah,
Zeus
through
to,
his
like
chest.
off the wound.
Yeah, because the plan was to take the Thunderbolt to try to use that to try to fight.
Yeah, they were trying to convince them to
It's like, hey, let us use your weapon. We got to deal with this powerful god. But hey, surprise, 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 Zeus is a pussy.
yeah, which is not how he was in the fucking comics. Zeus is a fucking badass. Zeus is fucking amazing. And he's a goddamn absolute unit. And he and Hercules could take on like all kinds of fucking threats by themselves. It's nothing like the Zeus in the fucking DC universe.
Right.
That guy teamed up with his arch nemesis so that he could go fight an alien god and keep Earth from being taken over, which he succeeded at. Anyways, so yeah, Zeus is scared, which is not something Zeus would ever be, and he doesn't even send fucking Hercules to go help Thor. Which would have been fucking great because I love Marvel's Hercules. Marvel's Hercules is a jolly goofy fellow. Oh, he's a great character, and in this he's played by a guy who looks like he's barely 5'10", and he's not nearly as broad as he's supposed to be. The costume is on fucking point, but they didn't even like for as much CGI as this film has, they didn't make him look like he's supposed to be fucking Hercules.
At least
Looks
doing
like
it to
a
make him look
cosplayer.
intimidating, but that was probably just for a quick shot.
Yeah, and
I do want to say they're probably going to fix that if they make a fifth
Yeah.
movie, which
Yeah. When next time it pops up, they'll probably fix it. Most likely.
yeah,
they'll
this
fix it.
this version of Hercules, he kind of sucks, and like the biggest problem is like I can tell that he and Russell Crowe were never on set at the same time.
Yeah, they probably shot that scene like separately.
They don't even look like they're in the same place. Hercules
Yeah.
doing this like awesome pose off to the side, like on some pedestal, and Zeus is like chilling off with his hose.
Yeah, there's the way it's cut, the way it's shot. It looks like they could have just shot it separately.
Yeah,
Separate
it's not
times.
even on the same fucking set.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna bring up The Boys season premiere of season 3. Charlize Theron is not on the same set as Anthony Starr and the rest of the cast, but it sure as hell fucking looked like they were because they did some creative camera angles and cuts and whatnot. They had her in the Stormfront costume
And just took out Chuck.
on a green screen, and they made it look fucking good.
I do want to say, I think we forgot to mention the Elephant Group, the quote-unquote king of the movie.
Oh yeah, King
Because she doesn't
Valkyrie.
have anything to do in the film.
Yeah, King Valkyrie doesn't do shit.
Yeah, Valkyrie's just tagging along.
She sits
She has
there. the
some
man's
moments
like,
here and there,
"We need to
but
literally
she's
have nothing to
practically
do
tagging
for her."
along.
Oh,
We
and
can't have the
oh.
LGBT point.
Yeah, so yeah, so during the not Olympus scene, Korg gets not killed, and then when they're leaving, Valkyrie
Oh yeah, because that
and
one chick's
one of
hands.
Thor's hose.
Not on one of Zeus's hose, Thor's hose. What the hell?
Zeus's hose. Thor doesn't have any hose. Thor is
No, no,
Thor-
that was before he got stripped.
yeah. Thor is
Before he got stripped. All those women knew that they were looking
Thor
at.
is yeah. Thor is bitchless in this film.
Well,
Mega Mind
besides
just goes up.
folks, But yeah, for
And that-
good
that-
chunk of the movie.
See that pussy is quite dusty by the end of the film, though.
Yeah, but somewhere else.
God damn it.
Yeah, but hey, that pussy could be revisited in Valhalla, but we'll get to that.
Anyway, so they fuck shit up and leave, and then they go to fight Gore, and they kind of fuck up, and then they fuck up again, and then they get sent back to Earth, and then they go back to his place, fuck up again. Well, Thor goes back to his place alone, and they fuck up again. Jane has to intervene because Thor forgot to bring fucking Mjolnir with him to keep Jane from using the goddamn hammer and killing herself.
Let me take that. Let me take the freaking hammer, knowing that my ex is gonna be jealous. By the way, still, let me take the
Yeah,
hammer.
of course,
That way,
fucking
my girl I just
Yeah.
reconnected with doesn't try to use the hammer and probably die.
Yeah,
But hey, whatever.
you know, maybe we could be smart here, guys, because Thor is actually, like Thor, like Hercules, is one of those smart, brawny guys that you read about in ancient mythology all the fucking time, because that's the archetypical, classical hero. He's strong, he's smart, he's got a brain to back up his muscle. Well, that's how a warrior should be, not a bumbling Nimrod. And Thor leaves his trusted hammer behind. His girlfriend has to save him after he bestows, he uses the Thunderbolt. Somehow the Thunderbolt of Thor, somehow the Thunderbolt of fucking Zeus, rather. The Thunderbolt of Zeus.
Okay, please.
there's only-
You're having the hardest time trying to, constantly mixing up Zeus and Thor.
There
I know
is
they got the
only
same
one-
powers. I know
Yeah,
that.
there is only
So I
one
don't blame you for
Thunderbolt
mixing it.
in the movie. For some reason, there is only one Thunderbolt in the movie, despite the fact that, Hephaestus was always making Zeus more. Disney already did this 25 years ago in
Hercules.
Yeah, Disney's Hercules. That got it right. What the fuck is going on here, guys? This isn't from the comics. Sure as fuck isn't from the comics, because the weapons of the Pantheon aren't fucking unique. There isn't just one Thunderbolt. Anyways,
Okay, maybe they didn't know. I don't know.
well, Taika Waititi doesn't read.
I'm trying my
fucking
best to hand
comics,
canon
so-
some shit.
Yeah, Taika Waititi doesn't read
Try
the
my
fucking
best.
comics, so it doesn't matter.
Or probably or they forgot about Hephaestus, or
Yeah.
may not be aware of him.
Yeah. Anyways, so, Thor somehow uses the Thunderbolt to access the Bifrost and go to the Shadow Planet, where he and Jane
Shadowrun.
fuck up.
I
they
think
go-
that's what they called it.
Yeah,
They actually go to the
Sha-
center of the universe to find
Yeah, they go to
eternity.
the center of the
Yeah,
universe.
oh yeah,
to find
because
eternity.
he's going to the center of the universe.
Yeah, because
he
Gore
gotta
needs to use.
to open this door to infinity.
Yeah, Gore needs to
There's
use
entity called
the
Infinity.
Bifrost to get to infinity, to gather the Dragon Balls to wish away the fucking gods.
No.
And he-
I don't think it's exactly the gods, but
And
we'll
he
get to that.
fucks up. Like, Thor fucks up. I don't know why they thought bringing two of the fucking... Oh yeah, by the way, they find out about this via exposition, by the way. But yeah, they bring the fucking hammer. He forgets to bring the fucking hammer. Thor and Jane fuck up. There's a stupid thing about Jane being Mighty Thor, not Lady Thor.
Yeah, it's Mighty Thor.
Yeah, they both fuck up. And, you know, Gore changes his mind at the last minute and wishes his daughter back rather than wishing away the fucking...
Pretty much because the power of love, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, her name is literally Love.
Yeah, that becomes her name. Even though we don't know what her name originally was before changing it to Love. But
Guys,
Yeah,
what am
so-
I naming the Lapras?
Steven Universe. Like, can we talk about that?
Yeah, I'd rather not, but yeah. So, so Thor gives a little speech about how he'd rather be with his dying girlfriend and than you know. Oh,
gotta feel shitty about something and then feel shitty about nothing.
You know,
Let's see.
Thor, you are the god of thunder. You did not need the fucking thunderbolt. You could have, I don't know, summoned up a big ball of lightning and vaporized Gore, then taken the wish for yourself and wished your girlfriend not have cancer.
But done, you have to have plot.
That's a good plot. The hero kills the bad guy and gets the girl. That is a good plot.
Yeah, that's a good plot for phase 1. For phase
Bad
1.
guy.
This is phase fucking 4.
Bad guy dies and hero. Bad guy dies. Girlfriend dies. Hero has to raise bad guy's daughter. Like, what the fuck is that?
Hero raises bad guy's daughter. It's like, hey, promise me, take care of this girl.
You know,
make her see the right way. Don't make her like me. Being
you know what
cynical
they
like
could have
that.
done? Actually, if they wanted to subvert expectations, here's what they could have done. Thor, like, you know, Thor and Gore have this battle, and Gore's like, you know, I don't, you know, you've shown that I'm, you know, you've shown that you're not who I thought you were. Or you're actually a good guy. You actually care about people and are willing to put your life on the line and to help them. And he makes one last request as he's dying, as Thor stands above him triumphant, and you know, let me die, let my daughter live. And Thor uses his wish to bring back love and cure Jane's cancer. And then the two of them raise the girl together.
That wish is beyond Infinity's power. Okay. Let me
We can't use the Dragon Balls to cure cancer, guys, but we can totally use it to bring characters back from the dead.
Okay,
So-
wait, hold on.
So yeah, Tony Stark is totally coming back.
No. Let me say something. I mean, Dun, there's just one problem. Mighty Thor isn't profitable enough, so she must die.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, I forgot that Marvel is run by misogynists.
Hey, that's your hill you choosing, bro. That's your hill. Bro. Don't bring us into this. That's your hill. So you get shot, we're not saving you. Just know that right now.
Dixie's trying to learn swagger, but I don't got time for that. Hey, I gotta contribute something to these conversations. I've been quiet.
You barely contributed to this whole movie conversation.
Yeah. And,
I'm the
you
one
know,
talking more than you.
ends the film by giving a little speech to his adopted niece that, you know, those people are the good guys. That's why we have to go help them. And it's like, oh, okay, you know.
Okay. This daughter's got some
kind of
powers.
sweet.
Let me not have her shoot me.
Okay, Dada.
This is kind of sweet.
Nah,
I
she
understand.
ain't like fire.
It would have been better if they'd have. It would have been better if they'd have. If they wouldn't have, you know, made this a complete waste of fucking time. But you know.
At least it ends on a decent note.
Yeah, because like I like the idea of Thor. You know, Thor is doing his thing, being, you know, heroic, and you know he's taking care of a little girl. Oh, and it's sweet. But it would have been sweeter if he'd have been there. You know, if he'd have gotten, and you know, his girl, and you know, been able to.
Dude, for one to be around, the other must die. One must die so the other may live. You cannot have both.
And
I do want to say,
Oh yeah,
actually,
and Korg gets.
No, Korg hooks up with another rock person named Dwayne.
Yeah, to be fair, that's actually.
stupid.
And yes, that is a pun. That is a pun. If you haven't figured that one out.
Oh, it is a pun. God.
Yeah,
It's
and
Dwayne the Rock.
Wayne has a porn stash, and Taika Waititi, you knew what you were doing. You.
Also, one other pun you freaking skipped over. The Rock King sitting on a throne of scissors.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Rock
that's
beats
actually
scissors.
a decent joke. That is a
Yeah, 'cause
pretty
Rock
good
beats
joke for them. That is subtle. They didn't point it out. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't
Hey,
linger on it.
hey,
There's
get
just
it?
a
Because
shot.
Rock beats scissors.
There's just a
It's
shot
just there.
sitting
It's
on a
there.
throne
You
of
don't even think
scissors.
about it.
It's there.
What the hell?
If there is a
It's
hell,
just
it must be filled with paper.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, guys, I live in a house where where the only jokes my dad ever says
Damn it.
are lame puns.
Fucking hell, Magnemite.
Oh, you're at Jasmine's
Yeah,
gym.
Jasmine. Yeah.
Or are you your own dad then? Because that's half the jokes you say.
Yeah, well, whose fault do you think it is
well,
that I have
we
this
didn't got it from.
influence?
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Oh, Giovanni's
Let's see.
gone.
So yeah.
Yeah,
all in all,
I'm pretty much getting my ass beat by Jasmine. Eh,
all in all, 2 out of 10. Worst Thor movie.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Alex on that one. It's like,
And the visual effects are shit. Like they have the fucking helmets. The goddamn helmets are CGI, and they don't even look right. Man of
yeah.
Steel had some of the most complex battle armors imaginable as CGI. Like they had one physical armor so that they could match lighting, but the rest of it was mocap with CGI because it was cumbersome. And that was 9 years ago, and that looked really fucking good.
Speaking of DCEU, Alex had possessed me one night for me to purchase not Man of Steel, Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice remastered 4K.
Damn.
Yeah, Kevin, what's your rating for the film?
4.
Thor gets a 4.
You did a fun!
4.
Shut up, Ben.
The fourth movie gives it a 4.
Fran, what do you think?
I'm feeling a little bit generous. I'll give it like a 7.5.
Oh,
Really? A 7.5 out of
this
10?
movie.
Yeah.
7.5 out of
That's not bad for a Thor movie. That's not bad. That's not bad.
For a Thor movie, that's fucking terrible considering how good the first one was.
I know. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Yes. Could have been better. Yes. I'm just going like in the middle.
I find a hard. Okay, it obviously could be fucking worse,
Yeah.
but like the only ways it could have been worse would have been if it was outright incompetent, and it was close enough. Like there's a bunch of stuff. Like throughout the film, it looks like it was assembled from like outtakes, not like something that would actually have been in the fucking movie. And
Right.
oh god, Zeus getting no fucking respect.
Guys, I'm in Sabrina's gym.
Seems like getting no respect at all. Bro. Let's be real.
I
And
do want to rant. You want to know what this movie reminds me of?
excuse me, what?
It reminds me of Captain Marvel, not in the way you think. So, what
And then
was
you have an
this
interesting premise and it gets fucked up by the execution.
You're close, but it has genius ideas that could make it one of the best comic book movies ever made, and do either nothing with them or just don't even try with the
Yeah.
concepts that we have.
Yeah, that's
what both these movies
Ragnarok.
have.
That's Ragnarok. That's Captain Marvel. That's
Ragnarok wasn't even about Ragnarok.
that's Black Widow. That's Shang-Chi. That's the fucking Eternals.
I think Captain Marvel and Thor: Love and Thunder are the worst offenders because those ideas are legitimately fantastic. I mean, for fuck's sakes, you got Christian Bale as one of Thor's greatest villains, and you do nothing with him.
We don't even know how he gets the fucking name. He gets the fucking sword, and then And
It's like, okay, he kills one guy. Yeah, because we haven't seen enough of it. Yeah.
yeah.
If they did like a few more scenes where he's killing a few more gods
They could've had-
to establish the God Butcher name,
They
then
could've had
okay.
an action scene.
They're describing what he's doing.
Just do a montage.
Yeah.
That's all you
They
have to
could
do.
have had.
He just boom pops up, kills gods. That's it.
They had an
That's it.
unnecessary
That's it.
montage of Thor.
Excuse me one moment, just gotta use the restroom.
They had an unnecessary moment of
Oh,
Thor.
yeah, when he's like running forest like as a kid and all that.
adulthood, yeah. They could have cut that and put this in instead. They could have had, like, I had an idea of a scenario where Thor and Sif go to they go to Thalagar, or who's dying. He's not yet dead, and Thalagar, tells Thor about this guy, and Thor
Like
is the one who
through
gives,
that you could do
Yeah.
like a montage or like some
Yeah.
establishing shots. Huh?
and then Gore shows up and attacks them, and that's how Sif loses her arm. She loses her arm in battle against Gore on screen, and then they have like a little bit of back and forth, and Thor, just in a fit of rage and anger, shouts that something about Gore being a god butcher.
Almost
and
like
Gore-
kind of like spoon feed the line.
Yeah, Gore adopts that as his moniker, and that sounds fucking awesome.
But
They didn't do
done,
that.
that would require
They didn't do any
actual
of that.
thought and effort.
Yeah, I fucking know. Taika Waititi is apparently incapable of those when he's working on something that's a major franchise.
Fuck.
Pin missile. The bane
yeah,
of
but
Sabrina's
Pin Missile-
existence.
Trying to think. Ben, do you want to start us in on the next topic?
Hang on, I didn't even give my ranking for the movie.
You
even
didn't
though I
watch the
afterwards-
film.
I'm still going to rank it. It's a 4 out of 10.
That's too generous. The Dark World is a.
Wait,
4
you think
out of
that's more generous than freaking me giving it a 7?
10. Yes. No. You giving it a 7 is absurd. Or a 4 out of 10.
But mind you, for me to
Like-
giving it a 7 is me paying attention to the movie. So.
Like a
Somehow
7
keep-
out of 10, and the original Thor is like a 7.5 out of 10, and the Dark World is like a 5 or a 4, maybe a 6 at its highest, because it's got some good stuff, but it's woefully poorly shot. And then you have like Ragnarok, which is like a 4 or 5 at best, and then you have this, which is a 1 to 2.
Like, with Ragnarok, you kind of understand because Disney wanted to do Planet 4, but they were Cogswalk.
Yeah.
like
Planet
Universal.
Hope.
So they had to force Talk.
Yeah, you mean Planet Hope, then. Not Planet
Yeah.
Thor.
Yeah.
Planet
I mean,
Hope.
it's an okay buddy cop film. Like, you can say that about Ragnarok. It's alright. But for Love and Thunder was just a huge missed opportunity. And, like, legit amazing ideas on par or even better than Captain Marvel, and they wasted them.
Yeah. So do you want to get us started on the next topic, which I think was, did you guys talk at all about how, Pat McCallum died while I
I
was gone?
think I don't think
No.
so.
No.
Okay, so Pat McCallum died. I don't really know him all that well. No, but he was the editor-in-chief of Wizard and an executive editor at DC. And Shinzo Abe, the former Prime Minister of Japan, died last week as well. And I will ask that you guys start in on this topic while I go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, now you got everyone use the restroom?
I didn't want to do it while Kevin was in the restroom.
No,
That
okay,
way
fair
we
enough,
would've-
fair enough, fair enough.
We would have had just 2 people left.
Right.
So, for context, the former Prime Minister was campaigning because the Japanese elections are coming up and whatnot, so he was campaigning for his party. Someone from the Japanese Navy did not like this man, so this man made a taped up homemade double barrel shotgun, came up behind him, and shot him twice.
Damn.
Ouch.
And yeah, if you watch the video, the crowd's like, wait, what the fuck? Because it's interesting because different cultures react to different things differently. So gun deaths rarely ever happen in that country. So when it happens, like, what the fuck just happened? Did you just get shot? What the fuck? It's completely unexpected to them. So
Yeah, and on top of that, gun law.
A fucking moth in my room. That's fantastic.
Hey, done. Be careful, moth.
There's nothing in here for it to eat. All right, so what did I miss?
Not much.
You're talking about how a guy made a double barrel shotgun, shot the former prime minister in the back twice.
Yeah, he so apparently a former Japanese self-defense force, strategic JSSDF, Japanese strategic self-defense force, shot Shinzo Abe in the back with a homemade double-barrel shotgun with an electric trigger and just homemade ammunition and homemade powder.
Yep, you're correct.
Then they found a homemade 9-barrel shotgun in his house.
What the fuck? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
9-barrel?
9-barrel shotgun.
Jesus.
God
Yeah.
damn, that's something from the
I'm
same
literally trying to
country.
visualize that right
Yeah.
now.
So yeah, it's 3x3x3.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Goddamn. Okay, the recoil on that thing would have to be a bitch.
And this guy, this is not a 3D printed weapon.
Yeah.
This is what's known as a zip gun. He basically he took some pipes and some wood and strapped them together.
Don't forget duct tape. There was a lot of duct tape on that.
Yeah, there was a
Pretty
lot
much
of duct tape.
MacGyver this stuff,
Basically, I'd say red green more so, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's no known motive. He basically immediately gave himself up to the police, made no attempt to run, which is the strangest part of this scenario.
Yeah, if you watch the video, you can just see him standing around confusingly, wondering why no one's tackling him.
Yeah, he walks up to Shinzo Abe, shoots him twice in the back, and just stays there.
Yeah, he just waits to be tackled. It's really weird.
Like, they didn't understand. At first, they didn't realize what had happened. And, I don't know, have they found any kind of motive since then?
No,
Wait,
there's
when,
no
when
motive
was
yet.
this?
They haven't. They
This
haven't.
might be,
this was-
it might be too early.
This is 4 days ago.
Yeah, it's probably too early.
Give it a couple weeks in case anything comes out.
There were
Because
rumors that
even
he was
4
getting
days, that's kind of
revenge.
too early.
Take this with a grain of salt. There were rumors that he was getting revenge for a cult leader's death, or execution, I should say, but it's unconfirmed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that kind of sounds. Okay, then again, people in cults are freaking whacked out of their minds, so
Yeah.
it's possible.
But
As
the
crazy as it
funeral,
sounds.
I don't. It wasn't a funeral service, but like a service that allowed
The
people
memorial
to-
service, yeah, there are people.
Yeah, the line was so long they had to close multiple roads. If you watch that video, that line is like miles and miles long. It's like holy shit.
Yeah, he was a much beloved prime minister.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
What?
I'm not
I
gonna
can't
be
imagine how
I'm not
tough
gonna
this
be the
video
elephant in
is.
the room.
Out of all the blood leaders, like that was the.
Or I'm not
guy
gonna address it,
that was
because
the only guy Trump really liked as a world
Yeah.
leader. So
Well, he and Abe got along pretty well. And then apparently a bunch of people have been realizing that the video of Trump throwing the food into the koi pond was edited to make him look bad, because Abe did it right before he did.
why am I not
Yeah, he did it
surprised?
right before he did. It's still a funny moment.
And you know, Alex, that would actually explain a few things about the elephant in the room.
Which elephant at this point?
People on Twitter,
Is the one
or
that's naked?
people on Twitter actually
yeah.
celebrating this guy's death.
Yeah, so people on Twitter have been celebrating Shinzo Abe's death, and Hideki Naganuma the composer for Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, you got it right the first time.
Yeah, Hideki Naganuma has been getting some shit on Twitter for saying that like it's you shouldn't just go out and kill people who you disagree with politically. he's been getting some shit over that, and it's like, come on!
Here's the thing, though.
What the fuck are we, guys? Oh yeah, he's been
supporting
courting the SJW crowd, so yeah, I understand, but like, come the fuck on, guys.
Yeah, it is fucked, but like he did kind of ask for it at this.
This childhood game says, as another one who's joined the stream, Vim Kumari Fuyal. I do apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation.
And you, which most likely you did.
I butcher everything, Fran.
I know.
And that-
butcher my family, no, I'm joking.
In that, I'm an equal opportunist.
Okay, boom, get out. Get out. We're streaming. That's it. That's our accounts are freaking done. Just like
Yep.
that. Just like that, the accounts are done. I can't stream on Twitch anymore. Thanks a lot, Ben.
Anyway, Sabrina, the teenage bitch.
We gotta change his name to a freaking problem child. At this point.
Well, Alex, I'm sure you'll end up doing that since you're an admin on our server.
Yeah.
Problem child. But yeah, should we go to the next topic?
Yes. Rest in peace, Tony Sirico.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God. The Yu-Gi-Oh guy. That was.
No.
No, different dude.
Tony
We
Sirico,
were
the
talking
guy who played the guy who played Silvio in
The Sopranos.
The Sopranos, yeah.
Yeah. Why are so many people dropping dead?
And like half of them are fucking actors who played mobsters.
Like,
That
no,
has to be a
all
pure
three
coincidence.
people
That
who
has
died
to be.
are all three people who died are absolute legends in their own different rights. It's weird.
We also we covered Kazuki Takahashi's death by shark attack earlier, actually.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was
Oh god,
apparently
oh
it might have
god,
been a
oh
shark
god, oh
attack
god,
that
oh god, oh god.
caused his death.
Oh, thank god.
But then wait. The guy who created Yu-Gi-Oh was killed by a shark?
No, it is while he was snorkeling. He might ended up in an area like with sharks. Got
Yeah,
attacked
so he
by
was snorkeling off the coast of Japan, and he wound up being attacked by sharks and was adrift in the water for a couple of days before.
Oh, it was a car crash.
No. You would most likely misheard.
No, like I thought it was reported as a car. What the fuck?
Nah, it wasn't a car
I mean, I had to look this up. Hang on. Shark.
Okay,
Oh wow.
but
Yeah, what the fuck? It was a shark attack. Are you fucking kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit ironic. As fucked up as that
Oh,
is.
it would have been ironic if he died playing a children's card game.
God.
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, that would have been more ironic, but that would...
I mean, I meant by the idea that... Hang on, my brain went... I mean, like...
Okay.
Your brain-
Here's the
pushing
card
forward.
game. That's kind of what I meant.
Yeah.
here's Alakazam.
Yeah.
See, I'm moving
So,
on.
Like, I grew up with the
God
first
damn it,
two
Overdrive,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
you shouldn't have
first
missed-
two Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows, so... I grew up with the first two Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows, so it's kind of shitty that
I should have
dead.
busted out the
I
bomb.
have a few friends who are torn up about for good reason. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the first few shows is genuinely fantastic.
Oh god.
The dub, I mean, the dubs are so bad they're good, so...
Guys, I feel like I may be losing someone here.
So after the going back to Shinzo Abe though,
Yeah.
I actually have to bring this up because this became a fucking thing. So after every major shooting or assassination or whatever the fuck, somebody creates a Photoshop saying that Sam Hyde, the comedian and YouTuber, Comedy Central host of one of their last decent shows before it was canceled, all around funny guy, nice Sam Hyde, saying that he was somehow responsible for it or involved. And almost immediately afterwards, there was like Photoshop notorious Yakuza member, or Samuero Hideki, was seen fleeing the scene, and that was funny. It was tasteless, but it was funny. Then somebody attached that name to a picture of Hideo Kojima in a Russian hat.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so for some reason...
Oh, is that how Hideo got freaking tied into this?
So
okay. Because I saw like a freaking... I think I saw maybe like a quick thing, like he said him being misblamed for it. I was like, wait, what? I didn't click on it. Because I figured I probably clicked it.
Of Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill, I believe.
No, if that's Silent Hill, Death Stranding, which took us like way too freaking long to figure out what the hell it was.
Yeah, and Metal Gear Solid and Death Stranding for sure. Silent Hill, maybe? I can't remember. I know his name is attached to the first game at the very least.
Yeah, probably just the first game, but I don't think he did the rest.
And it was supposed to be attached to Silent Hills, but that didn't wind up happening.
But yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah, because
Konami
was a bit...
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept... People were banning about... And this wound up on the actual fucking news. Not like American news, but like...
No, it didn't just end up in the news. A French politician posted his photo.
Yeah.
Calling him the fucking shooter.
So, like, France and Russia and a bunch of other places where they don't speak English were posting pictures of Hideo Kojima with the name Samuero Hideki, or Sam something Hideki, as being the guy who shot Shinzo Abe.
No, I want to see his drafts. I want to see Kojima's drafts on Twitter. I want to see what he wants to post about it.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Hideo Kojima is off watching Minions 2, and
he's probably off watching Minions in a suit.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't mean to interrupt your conversation, but I literally took out Sabrina without losing a single Pokemon.
Nice.
And she had 2 or 3 Calm Minds all set up just to kill me, and she foolishly wasted it on Future Sight. And that was her Alakazam. I was so worried I was gonna lose Overdrive to this, but how am I this lucky at this game?
Oh, okay, you realize at this point you're pretty much blowing all your luck on that.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit!
You fucked up, boy.
I don't care.
Fucked up.
So,
You
that
done?
was pretty much going to be the news for the week. Then Ubisoft did something really fucking stupid.
Wait, no, you forgot the part where Kojima's company is threatening to sue the people
Oh yeah, so the
confusing.
For the confusion and all that.
Yeah, there's for context, Kojima's company is now threatening to sue the people accusing him of
that misblamed.
But knowing Kojima, he probably has a bunch of Twitter drafts making memes about the whole thing.
Yeah.
He probably does. It's Kojima. He just can't post it because.
Yeah, legal reasons.
Them right now at the draft degree.
He just kind of saved, ready to go. Oh,
yeah, but the next topic, Marvel.
Yeah, Ubisoft. What were you gonna say? Yeah, Ubisoft is living up to their nickname. But yeah, go ahead.
Let's do the Ubisoft one first, since you want to do that.
Okay, so Ubisoft is living up to their nickname, and they're going to be removing support for various games. The first of which is going to be Assassin's Creed Liberation HD, which you will no longer be able to buy it, and you'll no longer be able to play it.
You'll just no longer be able to access it in any way possible.
But you're also not going to be able to play the single player either.
Damn.
You know,
yeah.
Okay, that really doesn't make sense.
Horrifying.
So, at 765tet on Twitter summed it up pretty well. Their single-player game requires online DRM verification, but they need to remove it from their list of supported games to make room for future releases, so they're just rendering it completely unplayable and stealing from the customers instead of removing the DRM.
Yep.
This leads into a let me get up on my soapbox right now. I'm gonna have a screed for you. Never pay anything more than you're willing to throw away for a digital good.
Yep.
Or if you do, it better be fucking DRM free.
Yeah.
Buy shit off of GOG.com if you need to buy something digital. For fuck's sake. Buy only DRM free stuff from them. Don't buy anything with DRM, because this is what happens. This is what always happens. Like, and this leads into another thing. Sony is removing all
the movie purchases.
Yeah, so they're removing all movie purchases from what's the studio? What's the company? I don't remember. But the point is they're removing all of Studio Canal. They're removing all Studio Canal releases from everywhere. They're not just removing it from the PlayStation movie store. They're removing it from your library as well. You can't buy it, you can't watch it, you can't even...
Then you probably can't re-download it.
This has happened...
Once it gets to a point where, like, okay, it's no longer there.
Yeah. This happened before.
You better make sure not to delete it, but you pretty much lost it to the ether.
This happened before with iTunes. This happened before with Silent Hills. Or more to the point, PT.
Yeah, the PT demo.
If you're going to buy something, if you're going to pay money for something, you need to either get a copy that you can do whatever the fuck you want with, or don't pay for it at all. My Steam library is comprised of giveaways, of things that people have given me, of stuff I've gotten for free, or stuff I've gotten off the Humble Bundle. And
Humble Bundle!
I justify the Humble Bundle because, like, usually the games come out to less than $1 a piece, and I'm fine spending less than $1 on something like that. I'm not going to spend more than $1. The only exception I've ever made for a individual digital game that I have purchased is Undertale. I spent $10 on Undertale. I spent, I bought that off of GOG.com for $10 because I fucking love that game.
So you've shown us?
And that's just, that's the only exception I've ever made. I'll make another exception when Deltarune Chapter 3 comes out, because, Toby Fox is a fucking brilliant writer.
Within the next 5 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way...
Toby Fox is fucking great.
And by the way, I'm fighting a guy with Magikarps.
Oh, you're fighting the one trainer that's got nothing but Magikarp in this party.
I think he might have a Gyarados in there somewhere, but...
Nah, I think it's all Magikarps. It'd be funny if it was just one Gyarados. It's like, what the hell?
The king of... It's the king of Carp. Magikarp. Oh. How many times have we quoted that?
God, I've lost track.
I have to wonder which episode of Pokemon was that from?
That was from the SSN episode.
Yeah,
oh, that was when James went and got
James got a Magikarp. Yeah, that's when James got a Magikarp. Remember, that was also the time freaking Ash traded Butterfree for fucking Raticate. Why? I don't know.
Fuck.
You gotta be a dumbass to do that.
But here's the thing, it's Ash.
Now,
true, it's Ash. Because it took him like fucking 7 regions to finally become champion. No, I'm not counting the Orange Islands.
I have Assassin's Creed Liberation HD. Physically, you can't take that from me.
No, there you go.
I may have to consider that just to spite Ubisoft.
Yeah, I've made a
just
few
to be like, yeah, fuck you.
In that regard. Like, people are like, oh, this is going out of print. Yeah, okay, I was only vaguely interested in this, but fuck it, I guess I have to have it now, in case I want to watch it in the future.
Oh, and by the way,
Yeah, by the way, I'm in Mahogany Town. I'm making my way
to Peter is evolving.
Oh, you finally got Ariados. Cool.
Damn, I get Ariados before you. Damn.
Peter the Friendly Spinarak is now Peter the Friendly Ariados.
Yep.
Why does Ariados only have 4 limbs?
Who knows?
Dude, it's Pokemon. I'm not gonna question it.
Oh, Alex, you know what we should do on July 31st?
What?
Since it's Digimon Day, the day after,
Well, I guess we're watching Digimon the movie.
Yes, we're gonna watch
Complete
that.
with the Angela Anaconda short.
No! That is not something we are doing.
Don't wiggle your ass at me, Rattata.
We will never be doing the Angela Anaconda short. We will not be dignifying it. It will be staying at a healthy 600 feet away from us.
And by 600, you mean 6 inches.
Let me see here. Probably more like 4 feet, given the distance from me to the Xbox.
Yep.
Okay, so to those who don't know, because
that movie is going to look crunchy as fuck blown up on my fucking 4K monitor.
it's
Or
gonna
just look pixelated.
it's gonna look crunchy as all hell, all on the HD TV down here.
Mhm.
And here's the thing, there exists Blu-ray releases of these movies, but they've never been released outside of Japan.
Wow.
So imagine how it feels being a Digimon fan and having to go through the fucking DVD releases that are so horribly outdated.
Oh,
Imagine that.
Yeah, it could be worse. Could be Kingdom Hearts fan waiting for Final Mix release.
Until
Well,
the HD
you know.
remixes came out.
Yeah.
you,
Still. Yeah, but remember, you didn't
you know
even know about that back in like freaking
for the
2006.
fucking Digimon movie. There's no fucking way Disney would ever.
Well, don't forget Discotech could.
Yeah, but that assumes that Disney would sell them the movie.
Well, so far they're allowing Discotech to remaster it. And plus, Disney gave up on
Disney
Digimon.
doesn't own the show. Disney doesn't own the show. That was, the show was
Fox.
in America owned by
Saban.
Flatiron Films. Flatiron Films, which is a subsidiary of Cinedigm, had the rights to that movie. And now their license lapsed, and the Japanese licensor gave it to Discotech.
Yeah. And like I said,
Which is kind of sad because I would have preferred that. I like Discotech, but I would have preferred that Cinedigm start getting into more SD Blu-ray.
Right.
yeah, but
Cut them off.
Discotech's Blu-ray of Digimon so far is gonna look actually really good compared to the Japanese Blu-ray.
Well, yeah.
Oh, and funnily enough, Gen 3 is the last generation of Pokemon where the English release still has the male swimmers wearing Speedos. In Generation 4 in the US releases, every male swimmer wears like a wears like a regular bathing
And a
suit.
hammock.
No, that's the Speedo.
I don't know what that was. I'm so sorry.
Oh, goody, Tentacool.
Pre-orders finally went up for Battle of the Super Sons.
I'll probably get that movie at some point.
Is it any good?
Well, we don't know yet. That's the thing.
The Super Sons
You gotta
comic
buy it
was
first.
actually good.
Yeah, the Super Sons comic was pretty good.
Plus, it actually gave Damien a decent foil in the form of Jonathan Kent.
Who got fucked up later on.
Because, of course he did.
Oh yeah, there's been some controversy about how...
Controversy.
Wait. You just say controversy. I've never heard of that like that.
Yes, there's been some controversy
That's
about how...
first.
Yeah, about how, Falcon is Captain America in the new Captain America movie. And...
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so they got a new guy. They got some guy to do the new Captain America film, Captain America 4. And this guy has, like, nothing to his fucking name. Like,
Yep.
he has less to his name than the previous nobodies who they've gotten to work in the MCU.
Well, at least Chris Evans
is
had
impressive.
something to his name prior to this.
No, I'm talking about a director.
No, you're talking about the director.
Oh,
Yeah.
a director. Duh, I'm stupid.
So, like, back in the day, hey, we
I was thinking
had...
you talk about Anthony Mackie. If we were going by fucking people taking on the role.
No, Anthony Mackie is well established. I like
Yeah.
Anthony Mackie.
You know, funnily enough,
Problem
Anthony
is,
Mackie...
Falcon is not Captain America. Falcon is Falcon. And people don't appreciate Falcon for Falcon. Hardly anybody who bandies about his run as Captain America appreciated him as the Falcon. I liked him as the Falcon. Falcon is a good character. You don't need to give him the shield to make him an interesting character. You don't have to slap a pre-existing title on Falcon to make him a good character that people will pay attention to.
Like, I'm not even
What they
against
do.
the idea, but the Falcon and the Winter Soldier did such a horrible job with this character that I just have to.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem.
It
Like,
it could have worked. Like, it could have worked, but no. You can't have nice things.
you have him, suiting up as Captain America, and he, in the show where he does that, like, there's a bunch of bullshit, and people are trying to say this is about race. People didn't complain. Has anybody, like, read any discourse surrounding, like, the other people who have taken up the shield? Everybody likes Steve Rogers. Stephen G. Rogers is a character who everybody likes, everybody connects with, if everybody sees a little bit of themselves in. And that's why he's this universal character who everybody he can see is like, okay, hey, this guy is Captain America. Meanwhile, like, Falcon doesn't have the same level of experience as Steve. And, that's fine. He can learn. But he doesn't have the super soldier serum either. So he's not as strong as Steve. Okay, we're starting to lose some points here.
Here's another. I know how to lose more points. Super Serum allowed him to do the math in his head to allow him to throw the shield around like a madman to catch it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Does not.
Falcon doesn't have Steve's background. He doesn't have the super brain that Steve got from the super soldier serum. And like, the plot surrounding John Walker, nobody likes John Walker in the comics. The fact that people actually kind of connected with him in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show is kind of funny, because John Walker was a character basically created as a way to Cap is disagrees with some of the shit that's going on with the U.S. He's gonna shed the title of Captain America, and somebody else, some government stooge, is gonna take up the role. That was John Walker in the comics. Nobody liked John Walker. Everybody tries to forget about his run as Captain America. There's a lot of characters. There's white characters who people forget are Captain America. Nobody wants to think about them, and nobody calls them Captain America, because guess who? Guess who's Captain America? Stephen G. Rogers.
He's right.
You can try and make it about anything you want. You can try and make it about race. You can try and make it about people who, people just not wanting to accept change. You can do whatever the hell you want. Your argument isn't going to connect with people because, Bruce Wayne is Batman. When Dick Grayson became Batman after Bruce, quote-unquote, died, everybody knew that was temporary. Jane Foster is not still Thor. Thor is back to being Thor.
Yeah, they killed Jane off pretty damn fast, surprisingly.
Fucking, what's his fuck? People always, another thing that people always bring up is, Miles Morales is Spider-Man. Miles Morales doesn't even have the Spider-Man moniker anymore. He was started off as Ultimate Spider-Man, and then, sort of got it's a Ditto! It's a fucking Ditto!
God damn, and now the Ditto is...
Well, Fran and Alex found his sex slave. Okay, to give context...
And then, as time has gone on, he doesn't even have... He's not even fucking Spider-Man anymore. His name is Spin now. Which is the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard.
Spin!
Like, for right now, it's only in the Spidey and His Amazing Friends cartoon, but you know that's gonna fucking stick, because you can't have two characters running around with the same name for that long.
Yep.
This isn't,
That's why,
like,
that's
there's
why,
no
that's
green
why
left.
That's why Miles Morales' Spider-Man is always referred to as Miles Morales in marketing.
Yep.
Always. Like, I like Miles Morales' Spider-Man, but that's
Yeah,
Miles
he's a great
Morales,
character.
not Spider-Man. Even Marvel agrees with that.
Yep.
And this
So-
was a thing back in the 90s with the Clone Saga. When they tried to replace Peter Parker as Spider-Man, it failed. There was an exact
Nearly
clone of him.
bankrupted them.
Yeah, there was an exact clone named Ben Reilly. It might have been interesting, but nobody wanted it because that's not what we're here for. We're here for Peter Parker. When we pick up Captain America, we're here for Steve. When we pick up a Falcon comic, we're here for the Falcon. We're here for fucking Sam Wilson. Pick up a Green Lantern comic. You have to specify who's who, you know?
Yeah, you do
Yeah.
have because there's like so many Green Lanterns.
Shit!
What?
Then you catch Ditto.
I'm not going to be able to catch the Ditto because I'm out of Pokeballs.
That sucks.
Hey, at least if it's turned to your
Arthur.
Kalava up.
Arthur, keep him occupied. Arthur, keep him occupied.
I do want to say real quickly.
I gotta run to Walmart.
John Walker in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show was more likable than those two in the show.
Yeah,
It's sad how
by the
true
way.
that is.
Because I actually
Yeah.
kind of liked Bucky's run as Cap. Because like
Yeah.
Bucky's run as Cap was kind of, it almost felt, I don't know, earned. Because
Yeah.
Steve died as part of the Civil War thing. And then like his best friend took up the shield. And that was kind of cool. And then like they tried to repeat that and gave it to the fucking Falcon. And it's
Yeah, because
been,
Steve Rogers turned old.
he turned old and then he turned evil. And then they made a new version of Captain America and put evil Cap in a
No.
prison
You
somewhere.
got the order wrong. He became old, then he became Captain America again, and then he became evil, and then his mind thing left his body, became good again after beating his evil self back up again, and then became Captain America again.
It's overly complicated. Nobody fucking cares.
I still don't get it.
Oh, by the way, I'm on
Pretty
Cinnabar Island.
There's a reason nobody gives a shit about Nick Spencer's run on Captain America.
I'm gonna try.
Convoluted shit.
I'm gonna try to fish for something new. Since
And all he has nothing but Magikarp.
I have a super
All
rod.
Comics are confusing.
Yeah, dude, that's every comic book in a nutshell.
Also,
Yeah, there's
hot
a-
take,
there's a
Marvel
fucking
Comics
reason.
ended with Secret Wars 2016. Don't quote me.
Okay,
There's a
let's see
reason.
what I got.
I don't pay attention into much of the shit that goes on in modern day mainstream comics. The shit that we read over on Comics for All is just about my limit for most of this horrible crap.
Oh, by the way,
Speaking
Like
oh,
how-
Fran, that was actually a good segue, Alex. So, Fran, remember all those jokes that that people made about Captain America looking like Captain Puerto Rico?
Oh god.
Well, let's just say they made a what if Miles Morales and Miles Morales turns into Captain America on the first one.
Okay, send me an image of that because I'm sharing that with the server.
Alex,
Oh,
I need to share that with the
so
server.
that isn't the only what if. That is the only
I need
what
to
if.
Yeah.
share that with the server.
Oh no, that's not the
You
only
guys
what
are
if,
on the
my
right
friend.
fucking track here, because I was about to bring that up too.
Oh my god. That sounds like
There's Miles Morales as the fucking Hulk. There's Miles Morales as Thor. There's Miles Morales as Wolverine. There's
The
Miles
Miles-
Wait, oh, stop. Wait, pause. Miles Morales as Wolverine.
yes.
Miles
Well-
Morales as Thor is the most racist thing I've ever read in my life. And I've read fucking Mein Kampf.
It's so racist. It's unbelievably racist.
Yep.
It's
By
amazing.
Oh,
Fran-
hello, Lance. Yes, I took out the red Gyarados. What? I'm not catching. I didn't.
that's fine.
Morales
That's
as the
Koga.
Hulk is actually really good.
I just want that red skill.
That's
Yeah, the Hulk is good. I was gonna say the Hulk one is actually good somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's. Also, was the Avengers one good or no?
no.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
It was written by the same guy who did the Miles as Thor one.
Yeah, and
Who wrote the Hulk one?
I can't remember. I'd have to go back and read it again.
and by the way,
Someone give
Fran,
that man an award.
and if you're wondering how racist it is, basically Miles Morales has a phrase where he says, and I shit you not, by Odin's fade.
Yeah.
By Odin's fate. With the-
Also,
My
Asgard
Odin's
has an Edo
fade.
now.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, I have to bring up something else. So, guess what else? What else came out last week, Ben?
Ben, I know you're losing your mind, but you need to focus.
What
else
mine?
came out last week? On a Thursday morning, on a Thursday night, Friday morning.
Kids, minions.
No, I wasn't talking about Minions.
Oh. Hey, what was it? I don't remember.
Thursday night, Friday morning. It's something I've been obsessed with.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
It's something that's your fault.
The boys?
Yes, The Boys season finale of season 3 came out.
I thought you meant a movie.
And I have to say, like, for as okay as the climax to Love and Thunder was, The Boys season 3 had a fucking great climax. So spoilers for that. And so, the whole season, Butcher has been helping Soldier Boy take out the members of Payback, who were the group that helped get Soldier Boy locked up with the Russians. And so they get to, in episode 5, they find out that Soldier Boy is actually Homelander's biological father. And that kind of changes some aspects of what's going on. And it's like, Homelander, for all of his many, many faults, Homelander is trying. He's trying to extend the olive branch with Soldier Boy. And Soldier Boy is just like, you know, he sees too much of himself in Homelander, too much of his flaws and then some in Homelander. And he's just like, fuck you. So they start fighting, and Ryan, who is the son of Homelander, the rape baby conceived by Homelander and Butcher's wife, Becca. Ryan gets slapped around by Soldier Boy, and that creates something. That creates an alliance that nobody involved in it thought was even possible. Like Butcher is here to kill Homelander, but he like Butcher has spent the last season-ish, you know, getting to know Ryan and like kind of bonding with him. And he's like, he looks down and he sees Ryan and having gotten slapped around, and he just turns on a fucking dime. And Homelander is right there alongside him. Oh shit, I knocked out the Ditto. Oh, I was running on autopilot.
Oh, why would you knock down your dick?
Anyways, so
You didn't mean to.
So like,
Fair.
Homelander and Butcher, because Butcher's on the 10th shit. Homelander and Butcher are like team up against Soldier Boy, and like when they eye laser his shield together, and they like briefly exchange a glance, like, are we really doing this? Yeah, I think we're really doing this, and that's amazing, because like these two fucking hate each other. They hate each other with the passion of 1,000 dying suns. These guys are Captain Kirk and Kong.
God.
The two of them are out for each other's blood. They've been out for each other's blood for a while now. Oh, and like, Soldier Boy threatens something they both value, someone they both value, which is Ryan. And they're like, they just team up to whip Soldier Boy's ass, and it is fucking glorious. And while the climax isn't exactly what I would have written, like, I'd have had Starlight grab some of the, oh! It's a Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Should I get it?
If you want.
God damn it. He's gonna get a fish.
You don't even need to catch all the Pokemon.
Okay.
Yes, you do. It's in the title.
No, it's
Gotta catch
not.
them all, motherfucker. Yes, it is.
No, that was only
don't
the
use that
title of
anymore.
the first one.
By the way,
Anyways, yeah, I'd have had when Starlight goes to steal the Compound V to help Kimiko. Well, I'd have had her steal a bunch of it and then leave some where Huey can find it, and then have because in the end, like, Soldier Boy goes ballistic because, you know, the stuff that they use to try and knock him out doesn't immediately work, and he's like, I'm not going back in there. And he starts to go nuclear, and Queen Maeve tackles him out of a window. Oh, and, you know, that was kind of cool, but I'd have had Huey do it. I'd have had Huey take a dose of the V, because Huey is a, you know, I figure that if Huey got Compound V, he would basically turn into Captain America. You know? And
I mean,
if
he took it again, he probably would start dying, which is
no, I'm talking about, like, actual Compound V, not the temp shit.
Oh.
Because the temp shit's the stuff that's been killing them. If he took the regular Compound V,
I think that's what I feel like that's what Billy's going to do, and maybe Huey, maybe.
yeah, I'd have had Huey teleport Soldier Boy up to where he, you know, the explosion won't hurt anybody, and then have him come back and and Starlight's like, did you take more of the temp V? No, I didn't take the temp V. And he's just got powers forever now. Or, a lot of people have been banning about the idea that Black Noir would do it, and I actually kind of like that idea as well, because, spoiler warning if you didn't get spoiled enough already, Homelander killed Black Noir. And,
quote unquote, I wouldn't be surprised if he was brought back from the dead. Kinda like
Black Noir is coming back. The character isn't coming back, but, like, the suit is coming back, and it's going to be the same actor, but he's going to be playing a different character.
guys,
He already said that.
I caught a tentacle. What am I naming it?
Oh,
T-Monster.
hentai.
I feel like
I'll name it
what's going to
T-Monster.
happen
That's
is
too
that
easy.
Spot
It's too
is
easy.
that- I feel like what's going to happen is that Spot is going to bring back Stormfront and Black Noir as, like,
I'll
this
add a
brain dead
hyphen.
Oh,
zombie.
yeah, like the zombies, like they did in the comics.
Yeah.
I don't think Storm.
No, wait,
is actually
Alex.
dead,
Or-
because we
no,
never
wait.
saw a body.
No, wait, Fran, I got a
Yeah,
better
I
idea.
No, they're gonna turn her into a brain dead slave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet that.
But, so now that we know who Homelander's dad is, any guesses as to who his mom might be?
Considering that they can take the eggs, Va has been taking the eggs from women, it's possible that Stormfront might be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, if they want to maximize the fucked upness, the fucked upitude, I guess is how you'd put it, the fucked upitude of this, they'd have it be Stormfront.
I kind of hope that, because I feel like this gotta cause Homelander to have a mental breakdown.
Yeah, I was, like, on the one hand, Homelander has enough weird incest shit going on with him and Madeline Stillwell, well, but at the same time, like, that would be a funny thing to do, and it would also tie into the comics, because Stormfront was his dad in the comics, because Stormfront was the dude in the comics.
Yep.
But I really question if Stormfront is actually dead, because
Yeah,
we never saw a body.
Yeah, they're gonna bring her back somewhere. I think as like a brain dead slave or.
Oh yeah, and you know what was really fucking funny was
What?
Mr. Soycook, Butcher's, not Butcher, Mr. Soycook, guy who's the stepdad to Mother's Milk's daughter, Stormfront Hunt and Homelander and the seventh simp that he is that guy was the one who started all the cheering when Homelander lasered the guy's head off for throwing a can of soda at Ryan.
Yeah, that guy's like.
Yeah, he is his whole shtick is so fucking funny, because he's like, oh, well, look at anything outside the mainstream media, and then he's immediately citing to fucking VNN, which is the biggest news organization in universe.
Okay. Is it meant to be a CNN XP?
Yes, it is.
Because that name just sounded pretty fucking odd.
Because he's citing the fucking, literally the fucking mainstream narrative. That is what he's doing, and he's saying, oh, if you look at anything outside the mainstream, and then immediately citing the mainstream narrative. It's fucking hilarious, because he doesn't, how unself-aware this character is. And then he's like, he starts cheering for Homelander after he killed a guy for throwing a can of soda at his son's head. And granted, like, every parent wants to do that to somebody, but you don't have, not everybody has the power to do that.
Yeah. Well, superpowers.
And then everybody started cheering, and it's like, that's kind of fucked up. But it's fucked up in a good way, because I feel like we're going in a nice direction for the season 4.
I do want to say that is terrifying, because now Homelander's been embodied by his audience to do shit more.
He's got a cult of personality, and if they don't license cult of personality by In Living Color, they fucking...
Or at least always be able to use it.
Yeah, they gotta use that.
Gotta use it at some point.
They ought to bring out they ought to have CM Punk play a character in this. You know what they ought to have? They should have him play Tech Knight.
Okay, there is something interesting. There are some new The Boys news that Dunn might want to hear.
Oh yeah, there's a spinoff coming, isn't there?
Yes, there's some more information that was released today about that. So the G-Men are, in the Boys in comics, they were a parody of the X-Men. And they were sort of separate.
Damn, what gave it away?
The G-Men were created by someone who sold the Compound V, but he made like a merchandising deal with It's a whole other thing.
Okay, wait, hold on, but are they named Professor G?
No, I don't think so.
just to run the whole X-Men XP joke.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm only 10 Pokemon away from getting access to the national dex, so if I beat the champion...
Oh, yeah, no, because you need 60. No, as long as you get 60, you're good.
Yeah, if I get 60...
Even after you beat the champion, as long as you get 60, you're good.
Yeah, if I get 60 before the champion, let's just say I'm going to be extending this Nuzlocke run Oh, and by the way, I have decided to name my Kabuto after Alex, and Ben, you get the honor of being of having an Aerodactyl named after you.
There you go.
Nice.
That's actually bitching, because Aerodactyl's pretty good.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm in the Rocket Hideout in Mahogany Town. Yes, I made sure to get the experience share. So currently, EP's holding it right now.
Okay, so back to the Boys news. So the G-Men is said to be the next thing voice related that's going to be released. And some more information was released about that. So it's said that the storyline set up in season 3 will hand off to the spin-off series Veracity, which is what it's called. I think Veracity, is that how you say it?
Is it VERACIT?
No. It's VARSITY.
Yeah, Veracity, I believe.
Veracity.
Wait, how you spell it?
VARSITY.
Oh, Varsity.
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 Ugh, whatever it's called.
You're saying veracity. What the?
So to make a long story short, season 1 of the Soup's College Set show will set up new storylines that'll get picked up in season 4 of The Boys.
So a book above that situation.
Okay. I'm down with that.
Yeah. It makes me wonder if we'll see like the boys get involved in college as somewhere in season 1. If we'll see like
Maybe.
from elsewhere or
Um,
news clips and whatnot. I don't know. Will be interesting. I'm curious.
yeah, I
how
have
they'll
to say. Yeah, keep going. Sorry.
I'm curious to see how they'll handle the G-Men because they were one of the more fucked up things in the original comic.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
There's some, yeah, it's worse than what
Let's
you
see.
said.
But I was gonna say, hey, like, Anthony Starr's performance as Homelander is fucking amazing, and Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy, holy shit, that guy he can't fucking lose.
Meanwhile, he's still the best Red Hood voice actor.
He also played Batman in
Long Halloween.
The Long Halloween, yeah. I was gonna say Under the Red Hood, but that was he
Bruce
played Red
Greenwood.
Hood in that.
Yeah, Bruce Greenwood voiced Batman in that.
Off topic, I have to read this funny tweet.
I don't like Bruce Greenwood's Batman.
I don't know why.
Jensen Ackles is the only voice in that movie I like.
Can we not? Are we not praising Billy Butcher's performance?
Oh well, the
That's
thing
Carl
is,
Urban.
that's a fucking given. Carl Urban always fucking rocks, and he
Yeah.
was able to deliver her the line "He's my wife's son" with a straight face and not have it sound stupid.
Yeah. I love Soldier Boy's reaction to it. You see him like, huh?
It's like, so this guy fucked your wife, and you're willing to stick up for his kid. And he was like, it doesn't matter. Or stop trying to kill the kid, Soldier Boy.
I'm surprised there isn't
okay,
a certain song reference there.
I want to read this funny tweet. So
ahead.
Matt from Full Fat Videos posted an image of Boar the God Butcher and tweeted out, "So this is my vow: all MCU projects must die."
Damn.
That sounds funny.
And the podcast. Yeah, I'm posting that in the chat.
I'm so streaming, so I'm gonna have to freaking go on Discord on my phone.
Yeah, I see it. That's fucking great.
That's genius. I'm saving that. I'm saving that as a screenshot. This is my template of MCU now.
So,
Now, I had an idea in my head where if Butcher's
Damn, Ben.
if Butcher's superpowers started manifesting before Becca died, maybe there would be some kind of question as to who Ryan's father actually was. And if Butcher like goes up to Soldier Boy and Soldier Boy asks him the same question, and Butcher says, "Oh, he's my son." And Soldier Boy would then raise an eyebrow. Oh, it's like, I didn't know two men could do that.
God damn it.
And then Butcher would say, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet, kid." And Ben, I believe I followed that up with some absolute cancer.
What?
Did you see the Bishonen the Bishonen Butcher and Homelander image I sent you?
What?
No, gee.
What?
Oh, goody gumdrops. Okay.
Wait, hang on 1 second.
I have too many vitamins to sell, not
Oh,
enough
God,
time to do
no,
so.
No.
And just like that, he's lost brain cells.
Scrolling.
I'm not doing this.
Come on.
And let's turn off the statue, so
Excuse
I don't
me?
have to do any more rocket runs. That's how it
Okay,
gets
can we,
flip.
okay, there's
Ooh,
one
found
topic I
nugget.
want to talk about.
Yes, I
before
can sell no good shit.
There's one topic I want to talk about before I go to bed. Yeah, I saw it. I already looked. I saw it. It's all
Guys, everybody, look at that.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't.
Too late.
Do it.
What the
God
fuck?
damn.
Oh no, this Charmander poses such a great threat to me. Whatever shall I do? Slash.
Whatever shall I do? Roll out.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
I have to post this video, watch this video. Post it on the stream, I don't care.
Okay,
Mr. Burglar Man, if it didn't work the first time, why would you try it again with a different Pokemon? It is clear that Charizard no sells of the friggin' and Metal Claw.
Mm-hmm.
okay, so here's the Discord. There's the cancer up at the top,
Yeah.
and here's the video.
Goodness.
Oh, we are totally getting a copyright claim for that, but that was fucking worth it.
Oh, I'm so
No,
sorry.
you got
someone-
you. Hey, I better not get hit with copyright claim. If I do, you're gonna hear from me.
No, that's just gonna be me. That's just gonna be me.
It better just be you.
Diary,
It was
July
only playing on my end.
Diary, July 10th. We
Oh,
christened
you
the
better
newly
hope there's
discovered
no land
Pokemon,
in-
Mew.
By the way, the Deep deserves every bit of pain he gets.
Yeah.
Except for when an Aquafina 6 sentient turds on him.
Yeah, that is the only time I will say that the Deep did not deserve what happened to him in that episode.
Diary, July 5th.
The Deep
Indiana,
is a-
South America. A
The
new
Deep is a
Pokemon was discovered
douchebag.
deep in the jungle.
I do want to say, I feel like the Deep's going to die the most painful death imaginable, and it's not going to be deserved.
Well, from a giant pile of shit.
Yeah.
I was
That
gonna say that anyway.
that image is living rent-free in your head, isn't it, Fran?
No, but it turns out the shit was thrown at it by a squad of freaking Platinum Numamon.
God damn it!
That pretty much is their signature attack, so...
I know it is. That's the problem.
Oh god. Okay, so before I go, there's one more topic I wanted to talk about. And it is the
Fuck you,
VFX,
scientist.
Workers for Marvel, and them absolutely shitting on Marvel.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just
So-
gonna read this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these allegations were made on subreddit r/VFX, with artists across the industry sharing their negative experience with Marvel. Almost no one in the subreddit has a good word to say about the employer, with many saying that the money and star power aren't worth tolerating such poor working conditions. In the thread, titled, "I am quite frankly sick and tired of working on Marvel shows," Reddit user Independence expressed their frustration with the studio, and I quote, "Marvel has probably the worst methodology of production and VFX management out there. They can never fix the look for their show before more than half of the allocated time for the show is over. The artists working on Marvel shows are definitely not paid the equivalent to the amount of work they put in." Others in their replies are quick to agree. On 4/1, they asked for a complete mini-sequence 2 or 3 weeks before deadline. Another account is much the same. A request to not work on Marvel movies and TV shows. Unfortunately, they're becoming our biggest client. They expect a smorgasbord of options so that they can change their mind 3 more times. Whew.
What's that I always say about get it right the first time and you don't have to do it again?
Those who haven't been able to avoid working on Marvel confirm that it hasn't improved in recent years. I'm on almost 3 years straight of Marvel. Welcome to the 7th level of hell. And a black hole of sleep deprivation and eating bad.
Sounds like my day whenever I'm writing stuff.
Another thread from 3 months ago contains even more damning accounts of what it's like to work with Marvel. These allegations were shared when another VFX artist was disappointed to lose out on the opportunity to work with Marvel. Something their industry peers reassured them was no great loss. I am on my third Marvel project in a row, and literally just woke up 5:30 a.m. on a Saturday with stress going, I don't want to do this anymore. It's 6 a.m. now, and I'm making it real to apply someplace else that has projects other than Marvel, because I can't do this anymore. Another user said, Marvel has seen grown men punch walls and throw monitors from stress. I broke down a couple of times, and I've seen the strain it can put on marriages, but hey, the cash was fantastic. Fuck Marvel as a client, the credit name is not fucking worth it. Another user agrees, it took me over 6 months to recover from WandaVision's crunch. It's not worth it, not when there's better run-up projects that look just as good out there. And that's basically the end of the article.
And do you want to know who the best VFX people, who the best people to work for from a VFX standpoint are? Zack Snyder.
Yep, I've heard
He always
positive stories on that same subreddit.
Yeah, he always goes and talks to them in person, nails down exactly what he wants ahead of time, gets them, you know, the footage. Whenever he's done shooting a scene, he packages up all of the footage and sends it off to the VFX people so that it can be done, and so they have a large window of time to get it done. He actually gives a shit about the people he works with.
And then there's Marvel, which over-relies on said people, forces them to crunch, and now the quality is starting to dip drastically.
We had a CGI Green Goblin helmet, a CGI fucking helmet, and then it became even worse. There was a CGI gun in Far From Home.
Yep, it was the trank gun that Sam Jackson used to take out Ned.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, these films are so slathered.
I never. Oh shit! I didn't even realize that.
These films are so slathered in CGI that they use it in places where they don't need to. There is a bit where I went on a rant in my Black Widow review about how like David Arbor picks up, he reaches down to pick up this thing, and they use really awkward CGI to make it look like he picked it up and threw it with super strength, when they could have just built something out of fucking balsa wood, painted it up to look like it was supposed to, and then had him throw it. You know? It's not that difficult. But they used CGI on it. And they used CGI on a bunch of stuff. They used fucking CGI on Captain Marvel's hair in Endgame. Like, literally, in the opening to Endgame, they used fucking CGI on her hair. And, they used CGI on the gun in Far From Home. They used CGI on the mask in No Way Home. They used CGI on the shield and costume in Far From Home. They put it all over the place. You don't need CGI for all of this stuff. You can build actual props.
But they don't need to because they're so reliant on it, and then they spread out throughout 10 different shows and movies, and then the quality starts to dip harder than it ever has before.
Yeah.
And like, when we look at She-Hulk, which is having a mini civil war over if she should be buff or not, with the VFX artist going behind Marvel's back to make her more buff when she's not supposed to.
Yeah, you know what you could do, guys? You could decide ahead of time and fucking commit to a choice. Rather than...
I don't even think it was that. The VFX artist was just tired of Marvel and wanted to make her
No,
buff.
yeah, I know that.
This is
But
why
I'm
we're
just saying,
kind
like,
of
what's her
things.
fuck? So, Natalie Portman, and they used CGI muscles on her.
Yeah. I pointed this out to Frant, and when we were going to see the movie, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, they used CGI muscles on her.
It looked like she kind of looked a little like I.
They could have. They could have.
I figured she could have looked a little bit buff, but not like okay. Wait, buff's probably a bad.
And then use the CGI
or
to
at least
make her look
skinny. Fit.
Yeah.
Let's see, how many wow, I have 5 escape ropes.
And they painted over her in... They painted over her with CGI. They painted over Chris Hemsworth with CGI even though he's like the buffest he's ever fucking been.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
come
but, and helps that helps that he's doing a Hulk Hogan movie, which explains why he's that buff.
Yeah.
So that explains why he's like freaking ripped like a motherfucker.
I do want to say, at some point, at least for Marvel, there's gotta be what's the word I'm looking for? A straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
Something is just going to collapse on them hard, and I think it's going to be She-Hulk. I think that's.
I
gotta
don't
start
think
showing
She-Hulk is high enough profile to do that, but
Nah.
I can see where you're coming
It would
from.
have to be something high pro. Like, okay, maybe an Avengers if they do another Avengers movie, but it doesn't do well.
I think
Maybe
it's
that might.
gotta be either. It's either.
That might be the one that does it.
Well, let's see what the next big movie on.
Yeah, we just gotta wait till see. Okay, what's next?
Well, the
And
next
like,
project
okay,
they're
is there a
doing.
friggin-
Oh, the next one is Black Panther. Without
Oh yeah,
Black
oh yeah,
Panther.
Wakanda fan.
Oh well,
yeah, Wakanda
that's gonna be shit.
Probably.
By the way, I have now opted to replace.
I don't think like Black Panther not doing well is gonna freaking hurt him. At least I don't think. But who knows?
Well,
Alec-
Black Panther without Black Panther is going.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna feel weird.
Now, here's the thing, though. The worst part about it is that the family of Chadwick kept telling Marvel to recast because that's what he wanted,
Yeah.
but they refused to. Even though they should have done so, it would have respected what he wanted and would have kept the legacy of Black Panther alive. But they didn't do that. So what
Fantastic. Fantastic Four is the last film that's on the docket for Phase 4 at this point. I think that might wind up being in the killing blow, so to speak. Because if they can't figure out a director, if they can't figure out a director by then things are gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
The
No,
Hawkeye,
but I
Moon
think
Knight.
this is like the long haul. If they're gonna
Okay,
do
you know
secret,
what?
if
I'm
they're
gonna
gonna
call it
like
right now.
if they are gonna commit to like say Secret Wars, then Fantastic Four is probably gonna be the one they really want to do well.
Yeah, they're committing to it because they have Secret Invasion.
Yeah,
Well, there's
because
two things.
Oh
there's
yeah,
two
speaking
reasons
of,
for it.
I gotta go back to Love and Thunder real quick. Michael Giacchino has been kicking it out of the park with his scores recently, but I did notice a little bit of reuse in his Love and Thunder score. He reused his Incredibles leitmotif a couple of times. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
Well, anyway, this will probably be a good time to cut off the stream since I'm going to be doing some off-screen grinding with my Lapras. And...
I'm still streaming because I'm still freaking dealing with the Rocket. I haven't even taken care of that yet.
All right. So anyway,
the showers and get to bed. So I'll finish up
before we do, did you hear about the Doctor Doom movie leak?
No, I did not.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. So Howard Stern on his radio
I
show...
haven't seen any of it.
Hang on. Howard Stern on his radio show went to commercial, but he left his mic on. He was talking to one of his friends about a project he was doing. He says, "Oh, I'm going to be in. Oh, I told you about this. I'm going to be on the new Doctor Doom, on set." And the internet blew up because he basically just revealed that Doctor Doom is starting filming at some point next year. And
I like that they're not going to be trying to tie Doctor Doom into the Fantastic Four immediately. Because the big problem with the last two Fantastic Four things they did was Doom was too heavily...
Fantastic Four?
Yeah, too heavily connected to them.
Right.
Well,
So wait. Oh, so wait. Is this gonna be like a Doctor Doom standalone that they do?
Yeah,
first?
yes.
I think
Oh,
so.
okay. Oh, okay.
But apparently
now
there was
I'll be alright
there was some plot leak. Apparently Black Panther 2's credit scene is going to reveal like Latveria or whatever.
Oh, okay.
The interesting and awful thing is that there was a small plot leak, and apparently they might just erase the people of Latveria.
well,
That's stupid.
well, another thing about Love and Thunder was...
the most oppressed group of people in Europe. Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Oh yeah, I have a question. This is a question I posed to the chat. And before we go, I want to pose it to all of y'all.
Okay.
Why have the last two Thor movies treated genocide so casually?
Because Disney likes it.
Because the genocide of the Asgardians was treated with zero weight whatsoever in Ragnarok, and it was treated again with zero weight, but like
Kinda
the genocide
kind of hand
on
wave.
the side of the fucking gods
I
was
know